welcome back to Roll Stars. We've already gone through 3 of our Roll versus Roll matchups, and we still got 1 more to go with our supports. And speaking of supports, we've got 2 of them here on the desk, myself, J-Mac, and Inbound. Joins me for our final set of the day as we get to see Unstable Vortex and AwesomeTeam408 square off in their best of 3 matchup. Though I will say, and we'll talk a little bit about the rosters as we go through there. Small little substitute here playing for Unstable Vortex. Frog, I guess, has had enough of casting already and decided that he wanted to be a player. And Inbound, Frog's going to be joining the Unstable Vortex roster for this set.
That's going to be a change. That is going to be a change. We've already seen a couple players actually drop. Now we have another one. Frog taking the place. I'm expecting a big performance from Frog. He was actually gassing himself up earlier. He said he was going to drop at least 18 kills both games. So I'm hoping to hold him to that.
Yeah, he's going to be jumping in place of, I believe, Preds for this one to join alongside Gamma, Quig, Hurriwind, and Aror for the Unstable Vortex roster. Up against them, though, AwesomeTeam408, PBM, Ronngyu, Awesome Jake, Genetics, and NeilMah. And we'll drop a little, a little bit of behind the scenes. It was actually a coin flip between 2 different people to go join in that support one. It all just depended if Frog could find a mouse that actually worked well for him, because apparently he used all the buttons on the side of his mouse to play through. Fortunate for him, Aror did have a spare mouse that works perfect for him, so that's why he'll be joining over on that team.
Isn't that so weird? Like, just having everything on your mouse? Like
That's
even the point of the keyboard at that point. Just scroll wheel for moving forward, moving backwards.
No side to side.
Nope, just you gotta just hold W.
At that point,
forward.
At that point, you just put auto walk on. And you just use the mouse just to move yourself.
Now you're thinking.
That's it. At that point, you might as well just be doing that. Just get rid of the rest of the keyboard. I don't know. I mean, I've played like MMOs where I use those buttons, but I'm also using the entirety of my keyboard along with it. That's just a little bit of the craziness, though. With these 2 teams out there, Unstable Vortex, as mentioned, for their roster, Gamma, Quig, Hurriwind, Aror, and you see him at the very end there. Frog has left the casting group for the time being and decided that he was going to now play alongside these supports, given an extra bit of support by Aror there, as mentioned, borrowing one of his mice to make sure that he can actually play this one through. I'm expecting big things out of him. If he's going to gas himself up this much for Frog, saying he's going to drop at least 18 kills a game, I can only imagine he's going to be playing one of those hyper carry style roles and on a hyper carry god.
I mean, we've seen Set drop 18 kills now at least twice. Maybe we try to get Frog on the set.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just a free 18 kills, and it doesn't even matter. That guarantees at least 1 game of 18 kills.
To my knowledge, I believe he said yesterday that he's a jungler.
Ooh.
Whenever he plays.
Surely, the best role in the game, you can drop 18 kills in the jungle, right?
Yeah, that's got to be free. We've seen the mid laners do it, and the mids were one of, well, they weren't the first roll out. They were, the second one out. So if they're one of the bottom rolls, surely, a team that's got jungle still going to a finals matchup tomorrow, surely you can drop 18 kills on set in jungle.
I believe in him, and I think that's what matters. If we believe in him, maybe we can help gas him up enough for him to drop those 18 kills.
I just watched that clip back, and Barracuda got body blocked by a Morgan decoy.
That is so incredibly unlucky, because sometimes it feels like you have the space, and it's just your character model's either a little bit bigger than you expect, and then you can't get through, and it's just such a feels bad, and it's not even a real god, it's the decoy.
It's the fake one. Your teammate didn't even do it. He just placed that there and said good luck, and now you have to deal with the consequences of it. Well, maybe for Unstable Vortex, they can pull things together and find themselves a big win. I'm curious as to where all the roles will go for this one. Considering where Frog is sitting, I think that might be the carry role.
I think,
because usually it's the closest is the solo lane.
Yeah, Hurry's mid.
Well, that's an easy one. He's in the middle of everything.
Yeah, and so he's on Janus duty, I bet.
Yeah, it's just, do we see Aror and Frog together in a lane, or are we going to be seeing Gamma and Quig together in a lane?
I think that's solo lane.
Yeah, I think Quig did play solo whenever he was playing in his previous matchups. I mean, that was like 2 days ago that we saw him last time when they got knocked out day 1. Can't catch a break for us supports.
No, but now, at least a support is going to win this game.
Supports will get at least 1, even if it's just to beat another group of supports. At least they're going to get 1 win. They got to go up against AwesomeTeam408. And when you're already playing with a sub, Preds has already had some pop-off performances in the set that he was able to play before the team got eliminated. But now you got to go into PBM, Ronngyu, Jake, Genetics, NeilMah. NeilMah hasn't had much competitive track recently. Just recently came back from being a coach and is now joining an official roster. So hasn't had as much play time compared to some of the other members on his team. So maybe put Frog up against that matchup there. See if you can have maybe your best opportunity.
Yeah, I also think that Neil got soloed a few times in his game I think was it against Davey? Or whoever he played against. I remember Neil was getting... he was getting soloed a few times. Maybe this is the matchup that Frog needs for those 18 kills. Maybe he was begging for the solo lane 1v1, and we're going to see him play his signature, whatever god he's most comfortable on. It's a 1v1 in that lane, right? Like, it's not like junglers go over there.
No, junglers never go over there. And if they do, that's kind of cringe. Like, why are you in my lane? It's called the solo lane for a reason. You know, the last time the junglers, like, really pitched 10 in that lane was, like, what, season 2, 3, when that was, like, a two-man meta over there? But we're years beyond that point.
Yeah, now we got to focus. It's 2023. The junglers can never go to the solo lane. Like you said, it's the solo lane. It's not called the 2v1 lane, the gank this lane. That's for the duo/trio lane. That's where you're supposed to be going. Or the mid lane. You can also visit there every once in a while.
What's been your thoughts on Genetics' picks? Not just from this week, but also look back last week and he's playing things like the Freya and the Hebo support. Now he's come out with things like Hercules Jungle. What have been your thoughts on his kind of picks as of recent?
I think Genetics just enjoys playing some gods, and he just likes locking them in every once in a while. I don't think there's a rhyme. I don't think there's a reason. I think he just does what he does, and he does it.
Well, let's see what Genetics does today in this final matchup to see if he can bring some victory for the support team, for his support team at least. Again, one support team going to come out without a single win this weekend. A truly unfortunate time for the support players out here. Now we got to sit here and watch this road. Do you think maybe they try and double down on the propaganda that we saw from the Soul Laners, drafting a team of all hunters, try and get another win?
I hope they do that they pick all hunters. Everyone knows hunters are strong. Everyone knows it. The only people that don't know it are hunters for some reason. Maybe it's because they just don't hit autos that every other player and every other god can hit.
Yeah, that's one of the differences between, like, you know, a hunter and a mage. The mage can miss auto attacks. Those don't matter. Their abilities are pretty unmissable as a mid laner. You have a lot of big circles, large rectangles, really easy. But if a hunter, if you're not hitting auto attacks, like, that's like 90% of your damage. So if you're missing them, you never know how good you are.
Exactly, and I think that's exactly why the mid laners got, you know, eliminated earlier. They were expected to play gods that didn't have these easy-to-hit abilities. They didn't have their Zeuses, their Zhongquis. They had to play skill-oriented gods, and you know when you put a mage on a skill-oriented god, losses happen.
That's why I transferred out of the mid lane.
To support?
I moved to support. We still have some pretty big abilities for ourselves. I play a lot of gods with, like, giant circles. That's why I play a lot of Sylvanas. It's kind of hard to miss that ultimate.
Do you hit the pulls?
I do. I'm one of the Sylvanas players that I don't necessarily like to do the guarantee one to pull. I just like to go for the pull.
That's what I do
every single time, because
that's the way.
The training wheels is you hit the one, then you get the pull afterwards. But they're expecting, as soon as you throw the one, they're going to know you're going to want to pull after that. You got to get in their head. You just got to go for the pull.
Exactly, and if you hit the pull, then you get the full Sylv combo, the one-shot combo. That just feels so nice to hit. So what are you going to do? You're going to do the one that they're just going to dash away? You're going to one-shot combo, feel good, buff all about that. Obviously, you're going to go for the 3. You have to do that.
You just got to go for those kind of plays there. You just got to make sure that you're the better player on the field. Now we're going to have to see which of the supports are going to be the better ones on the field. Is it going to be Hurriwind squad, or is it going to be Awesome Jake's team? Remember, these were drafted up by these captains, and when we got done with the draft show, both supports kind of looked at us and went, I don't know how we're kind of feeling about this one. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of confidence instilled in us, especially by Hurriwind. He felt kind of like the biggest doubter between the two of these captains.
You think that's a doubt on his team, or maybe a doubt on the opponents that they were playing against? Maybe he was just thinking, wow, all these other teams are super talented players, and he was just thinking, my team is just not as talented. Is he downplaying his own support role, or what is it?
I think he was downing the fact that not a whole lot of supports play outside of their normal role. Like, they don't have like the competitive history outside of just the support. You look at Soul Lane, a lot of these players have either played carry at some point, maybe jungle or mid. You look over at the mid laners, they've bounced between. I mean, you can look over at players like Pagon and BennyQ, you know, hunter, jungle position potential out of those guys. But then you look over at supports, and when's the last time we really saw a support player playing outside of the support role in this list, especially at a competitive level?
Yeah, the only supports that really have actually ever done that are the ones that fully transition to like a new role, mid lane, Dardes, big man, and they're no longer supports. They're just mid laners at this point. I can't think of a single one of these players that I've ever seen at any level that wasn't ranked play something that wasn't support. So we're in for another treat here.
And I remember specifically from Hurriwind during his draft, we asked him, he said, you used to play mid. Does that mean you're going to play mid for this team? And he said, no, I'm washed in that role. Like, you put me there, I am not going to do good. And then we saw him go and play a Giannis game. I don't think that one won, but
Does he ever lose like the Janus prowess? Like he always kind of keeps it in the back pocket. It seems like every support also went through a little Janus phase when Janus support became a thing for like, what was it, 2 weeks last year when full tank Janus was getting played in your ranked games and in your competitive games. That was funky.
Sports like to keep things wild, and that's just because sometimes we kind of get stuck with the same. It feels like almost like we're dictated a lot more by the meta. Like, okay, these are like the 3 supports. We need to get these supports right now. We need to get your Terras. We need to get your, I don't know, Atlases whenever he's also prevalent. Like, we need to get you those picks now before we lose them. So you don't really get to branch out nearly as much. I mean, sometimes we had Assassins. Don't really have Assassins anymore. We got a few Mages. Those always get banned away from us. So now that you got to get that chance to express yourself as a support, especially in matches like these, really gets to let you know what these kind of players like to play outside of their traditional support picks.
And I do think that's a good point. The players that will be picking something here, they're probably picking something they enjoy. So Genetic's playing Hebo, Freya. He does like those weirdly... He built him kind of tanky too, so I don't know entirely what he's going for, but utility-esque mages that aren't healers. And then, I mean, Aror plays Pele. I know Aror loves Pele.
He loves Pele.
He'll play at ADC, jungle, solo. I think he's just playing Pele fill at this point, just trying to get a Pele game in whenever he can.
Because what he played a Pele solo this week. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was in Season 8, at like the very end of a phase. It was a match, I think it was up against the Dragons, where like the game itself didn't really have much weight to it. So he played like a Pele support and went like 10-2, something like that. So we know he likes Pele. We know he's good at Pele. So we'll see if he gets another Pele pick for himself. Mike's already shown that he's pretty good on the set. And he's got some mages in his back pocket too. Being that support player, you can flex over to a couple of mages. Things like Esep, Baron Somni kind of come to mind as potentials that maybe we could see Mike pick up in the mid lane.
Mike also has been playing a lot of duel recently too. Maybe that's helped him a little bit, and that's why they put him in mid lane. Because I mean, Set going to be a good duel god. Obviously, OP in Conquest. Hebos, stuff like that. A bunch of mages are going to be good in duel. And Mike has been playing, like I said, a lot of duel. Probably has helped him a little bit for this.
Would you say that supports maybe have the least number of dual players? You know, you can kind of look down the list. You see like jungle, solo laners. Those are the guys who are probably just... Solo lanes just kind of naturally duel against each other for a while whenever you're in lane. But like, would you say support has the least amount of kind of dual players?
Oh, I think it's got to be supports. It's not even close. Junglers have that ego 1v1 late game where it's let's 4-1 split, have this jungler try to 1v1 the enemy jungler. ADCs have it for a lot of the laning phase, unless the jungler is just camping over there. Same with solo lane. I would say mid is kind of there too, as like dueling is a little bit unique because usually a support's in mid, a jungler's in mid, or a solo or carry are rotating over. So I think mid laner's kind of up there too, but I think you have to say support is like probably the least played dueling role.
What's a guy that maybe you would like to see in this set picked up? You know, we've had 60, probably 70 plus different gods that we've gotten to see over the course of this weekend by nature of the sealed draft style of play. So it kind of forces you to pick a few things. But is there anything that we haven't seen yet you'd maybe like to see picked up in this game?
I'll do you one better.
Okay.
I'll give you one god I do not want to see.
All right. Set?
It is Set.
Okay.
How'd you know?
He's just so good.
He is so good.
He dropped, what, like a 27 bomb
27.
In a previous, and a 17 game by SOT. Yeah, he's gotten already too many kills. I think Set's...
I think I'm tired of seeing that god get kills.
Tired of seeing a lot of Set. It's just Set everywhere. Set jungle, Set mid, mostly Set mid.
Too much Set.
It's so good.
Yeah. Give me a Raw, though. I'll say, give me a Raw.
Raw would be a fun one. We've seen some Raw bans. Usually that's when we see like Naja or somebody else kind of paired with it because it's that easy classic combo. Well, when you think of the old Naja setup combo, is Raw one of those like first ones that come to mind? Like, what's your top 3 like classic Naja into once you land death combo?
I think it's got to be Raw at 1 because it's the pressure in mid lane also on top of the snipe. I think 2's got to be Cuckoo because Cuckoo's that probably the highest one-shot potential mid in the game. So I think Cuckoo I'd put at number 2. And then 3, probably Scylla. Scylla would probably be my number 3, the reset, stuff like that.
You see that nameplate right in front of you? I swear you have the exact same thing because that is the exact order that Trelly also gave for that. It's Raw, Cuckoo, Scylla. You're just the replacement for Trelly at this point.
Well, now I'm just disappointed. I was hoping that...
You're hoping you were unique in your answers?
Yeah, and like my answers would be better than his if he did anything else, but
you know what they say, great minds think alike.
Oh, that's it. You're saying Trelly has a great mind? Oh, all right. Okay. I guess.
Look, is it more insulting that I say he has a great mind or that you're on par with his mindset?
Probably I'm on par with him.
Okay.
He can have a great mind. It's just like, surely there's tiers to this.
One. Yeah. Well, let's jump into game number 1, picks and bans between Unstable Vortex and AwesomeTeam408. Right when we jump in, the set is banned away. We won't get to see that here, at least in game number 1, I imagine. Probably throughout the rest of the set that we will not be seeing that god any longer. And Chernobog and Jormungandr. There was a comment made. It was on the very first day in the first set. I believe it was by one of the jungle teams when they walked in. They just said, look, every single set this weekend, we are probably going to see a Sun Wukong or a Jormungandr. I think that specifically it was the Sun Wukong, especially by teams that don't play solo. Do you tend to agree with that? Is Sun Wukong kind of just like that training wheel solo lane god?
Yeah, that's the word I was going to use. Training wheels, Mickey Mouse, whatever's the word you want to use for Sun Wukong. I would not be surprised if Wukong is picked right here just to lock it in and then throw it on whatever solo laner you have playing over there. Whether it is Frog or it looks like Frog's actually jungling, so maybe Quig in solo lane on the Wukong. Whoever it is, anybody can play Wukong.
Tsukuyomi, though, for the first pick. We haven't seen Tsuku in a very long time. Saw him in mid a little bit, in solo, still pretty high up in the jungle. Was this a snap lock for Frog to try and get himself a comfort pick in jungle, you think?
I think it's got to be. But why Tsukuyomi? The last time we actually saw Tsukuyomi being played was the Aegis being out of the game. And
right.
Tsukuyomi was getting played a couple games because you can't Aegis. And Tsuku's actually good when there's no Aegis.
What if we added that as an extra rule like the next time we do this? Like whatever relics you use in game 1, you can't, like, not for the full team, but you specifically can't get them in game number 2?
That would just lead to probably role swaps. But like maybe that would be funny.
I think that adds some extra interest. You can't pick the same full lobby. Can't pick the gods, but also hey, you used beads and Aegis last time. Now you're not allowed to use them for the rest of the set.
Sounds good to me.
I'm game for it. Look, Aaron, if you're listening, write these ones down. We got an idea for the next time we hold an event like this. An unstable Vortex, Tsukuyomi, Apollo, and Hover and Chronos. Other side, Anhur and Tiamat. We have seen more Anhur support, I would say, this weekend than we've seen Anhur ADC. Do you think that Anhur fits his role better as a support than he does as a carry at this point?
I think it's just people enjoy playing Anhur. If you think about it, Anhur is probably one of the most played off-role gods because he's just been around for so long, and then you think about players stuck in ADC, they're like, I'm better than this guy. Get me Anhur. I'm jumping in off cooldown. I can play him in any role. They'll just lock him in and play him wherever they can.
We haven't seen him in the jungle role yet. He always gets the heralded title of the king of the jungle, but we haven't seen him go there yet. It's just been either over in the duo lane, whether it be support or in that carry role. Tier rounds out the roster for AwesomeTeam408. And you think this one's Jake's tier? Do you think they finally give an opportunity to play it?
I don't know if it is, but I do hope it is. It's AwesomeTeam408. Let's give Awesome Jake 408 his patented god the tier.
We get the awesome tier for 408.
Awesome tier 408.
Want to see where the rest of the draft goes for these two teams. Ares and Nuwa banned away by the two squads, and now a Bastet to join the ranks, and a Neith to round things out. Now, one thing that I remember, I think it was Hazer put a tweet out about it, was talking about it on stream, how there's not enough Neith being played, especially things like Neith support. I mean, you got an attack speed slow, you got a root, you have a slow, you also have a stun. If you just say all those things on paper, she feels like she'd make a really good support god.
I'm tired of the Neith support buildup. I think Neith shouldn't be played anywhere except maybe mid.
Cliodhna.
I'll take the Neith mid at any time, but I think Hazer's off his rocker when we're talking about Neith support.
Cliodhna will be the next pick now for AwesomeTeam408, so we'll have to see where they end up locking in this role. Alongside the Tiamat, probably Tiamat mid. We've been seeing Cliodhna go in the jungle. With a Bluestone start, that's probably the one that initially surprised me last weekend, was when Oath brought Cliodhna into the jungle, went for the Bluestone. Didn't do a whole lot early game, but late game just felt unstoppable, felt like he did an insane amount of damage. And now, Hebo and Horus round out the roster for unstable Vortex. So where do we see all these go? Who gets what, I think, is the ultimate question. I'm seeing Hebo on a team away from Genetics, so we don't have to worry about that one going into his hands, and then a Fenrir for a last pick. How do you kind of feel about Fenrir? It feels like he has just completely fallen out of the mindset of everybody.
I think it's because he's a Mickey god and people don't want to be considered like a Mickey player.
That's got to be.
If you're 19-0 on Fenrir, it's the same thing as Set. Doesn't really count, 19 kills on Fenrir is equal to 3 kills on Chronos, in my opinion. So I think it's just about that. But AwesomeTeam408, I don't think they care about that. I think they just want to take home the win and be considered the better support players.
Yeah, that's what's really up for these matches, the bragging rights, to not just be a good support player, to be one of the best support players. Nika thought that he was the #1 solo lane out of everybody. His team wins, and he says he thought he was the MVP. So Maybe in our post-game interview, we can see which support player thinks they're the best support among the supports out there on the field. Looking at these two rosters, though, Inbound, what's kind of the game plan for these two teams? Unstable Vortex, is this just a run-it-down tower killer comp? Is this a farm up? What's kind of the game plan for these guys?
I think Unstable Vortex is going to be kind of perma-fighting. I think their comp excels at just taking fights as often as they can. If their abilities are up, they're going to be wanting to take them. And they also scale pretty well. I do think that they should try to stick to scaling a little bit well, farming up a little bit, but I think they're going to try to have some fun, try to take some fights, maybe go run at the enemy back camps, the enemy speed buff, try to farm those up. I think their comp can do just about anything, though. I think the comp really completes itself.
And on the opposite end here for AwesomeTeam408, a little bit more traditional of a team comp from these guys. I'd say that they're lacking a, what we can call, I guess, a dedicated support style of God. But, Fenrir has played support in the past. Jake has played tier support in the past. But knowing that tier is there and there's a potential that Awesome Jake might not be going in the support role, do you think maybe he just plays this tier as a full damage kind of carry, or do you think this tier might just be going kind of defaulted over to a complete other lane?
That's a good question. I think the tier will be going to solo lane, and I don't think anything will take it out of that lane. I think that is exactly where it should be. I think that's where it's going to be. I don't think Jake's going to be taking it out of that solo lane. Unless he is playing solo lane, I think Fenrir just makes a little bit more sense. Or, maybe something super funky like Anhur support and Cliodhna ADC or something like that.
Now, NeilMah is one of the players who's been bullied a lot in the solo lane, so do you think giving him tier is kind of that please don't die, it's really hard to lock him down and really hard to kill? Do you think maybe that was the call to pick up this tier and give it over to Neil?
That's a little BM, surely, right?
Look,
hey, Neil,
if we pull
get
up
on the tier, sit over there, play safe, we'll get you to late game and we'll win.
Look, he hasn't been doing very well so far. It's been rough for NeilMah. It's been rough for the supports in general. For the supports, they want to try and find their first win. Unfortunate for them, it is up against their opposition to see who can do so. Which support team is going to come out on top for game number 1? Will it be Unstable Vortex? It will be AwesomeTeam408. Let's throw it right over to the casters.
Well, thank you so much, JMac and Inbound. That's right, it's support v support in game 1. And of course, to bring you game 1, it is going to be Gore, JMac, and Doug who's going to bring it through. And so, JMac, welcome into a very well-analyzed, well-desk-hosted segment, specifically around these. And okay, now I'm going to be honest, buying time. As most of you know, because of the roles that JMac and I typically fill, and first I'll mention 59% in favor of AwesomeTeam408, 41% of the other. But JMac, because of the roles that me and you typically fill and are a part of, we're used to having the headset mic on a very specific side. And,
yes.
And for those at home, the purpose, we wear them on a specific side because when you're facing the camera, and then you turn to, say, talk to your co-caster and or desk analyst, whatever, the idea is you don't want the mic covering your face as much as possible. And so you're used to sitting where I'm sitting right now. And I'm used to sitting here now, even though I used to have to do both, and that was something. You unfortunately started on the wrong side here.
Yeah, it's just so natural for me to put it on the other side, and as you could see, none of them could see. So thank goodness they didn't see that blunder by me.
Yeah.
I put the headset on the wrong side.
Completely miserable by you. Can't believe you would ever do that. JMac, a mistake. Hurry's gonna get it. One more auto and Hurry. And the solo Tsukuyomi gets the kill, puts the tier down on an iconic combo there for Jake.
And Gamma, no! Mike, what are you doing? Why are you diving the tower this early? You're level 2. You don't have that much damage. You don't have that much defense, and neither does NeilMah. But he's able to still take down Aror, and it's chaos on the battleground.
Yeah, look, Neil is trying to make up for Mike's mistakes. Mike goes too far. Neil's got to pick up kills for it. Quig's pretty low here, and look at Neil. Looping around through the walls. Damage should be there. You got to have it. Dash auto double. And JMac, man, they are off to the races. Gamma
feels so bad for Doug.
Chasing down Genetics. And yeah, this is the equivalent of like a full-time workout. Full body workout for Doug. Kills all over the place, and they're going to keep on rolling in, by the way. Gamma low, chased by Neil. Towers, oh, they don't stop Mike, but they do stop NeilMah. Maybe this is why people sometimes call him a fraud. He falls back, JMac, instead of throwing his life away.
Commit to it. Just go for the tower dive. Look,
Where's the commitment?
Look, Mike's already committed to a tower dive. And I know that Mike expects the same out of the rest of his team. If he's going to dive to tower and come up empty-handed,
Yeah.
you at least need to dive to tower if you're not going to get anything from the gank. If you're going to rotate over and steal farm, the least you can do is try and commit to go for a kill. I think that Neil really misplayed there. He's trying to KDA save. He's already 2-0. Just keep going for it. What do you got to lose?
Chase him down. See what you have. And you know what, J-Mac? Actually, they have a lot to lose. You lose here, you might not be the best supports in SMITE, period. Which is why Mike is reprising a role that we haven't gotten to see too often. Playing the Fenrir support. Also, of course, Frog, who I will... You know what? I'm going to pull back the veil.
Wait a sec.
Was supposed to be up here.
Yeah, it was.
But you know what they say, right? You know, as the saying goes, those who can't play coach and those who can't coach cast. And Frog is, I guess, now auditioning. He thought, you know, literally one day in, he was tired of us. And so he's trying to get in with the bros.
Is this saying like a circle then? Because now
And
it's
if
like
you
if
can't
you can't
play?
cast, you go back and you just play. Like, is that how the circle of life kind of goes for the career path?
I don't think it's a circle. If I'm going to be keeping it real.
What happens if you can't cast though? Like if you can't play, you get a coach. You can't coach, you get a cast. What happens if you can't cast? You just become a viewer? Is that like the very
you
end?
watch.
You just retire and you sit back and you watch everybody else do everything else.
Yeah. You hang out. Double stun from Mike.
He has mana.
And then a double knock-up from Genetics. And then a boring dash from Gamma. Met by a dash from Frog to get them out of there. Mannequins, you say?
Yeah, Mannequin's on Mike. PVM's going for an aggressive support start. Not great for the immediate in lane, because the lane minions are going to take diminished damage from this. But it's going to help Mike really clear out that jungle. He's going to make sure that camps do not get to live. See, Jake wants... Okay, never mind. Jake backed out. I thought he was going to commit, but he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of playing tier? Look, well, actually, admittedly, it's probably because he got first blood. Hurry's in his head. Jake, maybe
You don't want
doubting
Tyler
his
Whitney in your
capabilities. Yeah, look, Hurry, very, very cognizant of the game. If he gets in your head, I mean, it's a practical unravel here for AwesomeTeam408. But they've found a way to stabilize the ship. J-Mac, we've been seeing, it feels like, two kinds of games lately, the last few sets. One, which is very high kill count, and then one that is very high kill count, but one of the teams gets 5,000 gold in 5 minutes. Looks like, based on what I'm seeing, we're seeing the first one here, right? Potential high kill count, 5 kills, 5 minutes. Only a couple hundred gold separating them. It's also interesting because last time we had a lot of teleports, we had a lot of Bumba's daggers. Builds right now seem to be a little more standard. But how do you feel specifically looking at the jungle for NeilMah not going for any of the typical jungle starters that we're used to seeing?
I think Oath was really the one who kind of brought this back in as far as the competitive scene.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who may have started this in ranked, if this was Oath who was doing this, or maybe in what other games it may have. But Oath started this out last weekend during Divisional Stars, played the clean in jungle, ended up bringing himself a pretty good game. It's a bit of a slower start because you don't have the sustain in jungle, like if you were to have Eye or Bumbas to be able to heal up on those camps. But it just gives you a whole lot of damage, specifically a whole lot of dot-based damage, especially if you get things like Crusher and Heartseeker with it.
Well, Mike teleports in onto Frog, and Gamma does not get the steal. An unfortunate moment for him, but Aror, low, Ronngyu, NeilMah, force the ult on the Hebo, and all you need is one more shot. You summon the minion, you get the kill. Ronngyu leading the way. Mike takes some tower shots, no fear, no worries. Even jukes the dash from Frog. Knows that he is more than safe and gonna out-mechanic his lane opponent. Sets himself up for whatever success he can try to find.
NeilMah is able to seal away a red camp, jukes out the next from Quig. Where was Quig firing that? He threw his first ability in the wall. NeilMah was on the opposite end of the wall at that point. I'm not sure where Quig is aiming, but that is a dropped kill if I've ever seen one.
Goes a little wide. That's the polite way to say it.
Didn't even go wide. It just went short.
Yeah,
He's
good
going
point.
for short. He's going for the Hail Mary and threw it 10 yards.
And you know what, J-Mac? As someone who's under 6 foot, I know what it's like to be considered a little short, apparently, in today's age. Yeah, and you don't know what that's like, huh? Do you?
No.
You're hiring a bunch of giants over here, bro.
Look, I'm sorry. I can't help the fact that between like my first year of high school, I went from being like 5'4" to jumping up to like 6'2".
I'm pretty sure you could.
Do the old trick of what, like keeping like a
you could have started
like a bag of bricks
like
on the top of your head to stunt the growth.
Well, I
don't
was
know.
thinking like more like incredibly bad habits that are like lifelongly crippling, that do stunt your growth. That I'm not going to promote here, because Chad, don't do it.
Oh, I was thinking like what, like get like scoliosis or something. You're just like hunched forward a little
Is
bit more.
Wait, do you like? Is that something you just get?
No, you don't. Well, I mean,
I don't know how. I
don't think you just get that. It takes a lot of bad habits and problems to get that, but like it's not great once it does like really develop.
Speaking of bad habits, bad habit from Jake. Missing Fearless is not something you want to make a habit out of if you can avoid it, especially when you're playing the tier. Unfortunately, there not only misses it, does manage to stay alive. He's gone breastplate first item. Not too much to say about that. The Angry Gecko and a Phalanx on the other side. There's a Fearless to hit, and there's the tower to help out. Jake finally puts one on the board, makes up for his earlier blunder. And while his team's while he does that, his team making sure they live up to their name, staying awesome, keeping it 408, getting themselves a Gold Fury, and even getting aggressive in the jungle.
Gamma versus Genetics. Because we have Gamma at least to start that one out. Quig? Oh no, he's got backup. Oh, he still has rewind. He is free. This can actually be a turnaround back to Ronngyu. Damage hits. The Sun on top gets beads away. Ronngyu still fine for the time being. Frog's getting body blocked by Quig, and now it's back up from Mike to bail him out.
The Ragnarok from Mike does not pick anyone up. Instead, Frog goes forward. Frog knock up. Frog leads him to water, and Quig takes a drink, kills off Ronngyu.
Is he taunting?
And even the taunts coming through from Frog.
Okay, Frog
brave
gets,
in a lobby full of professional players.
Yeah, he gets one really good setup kill. Not to say, take away from the other two assist he got. He gets one setup kill under a tower. Quig deals the damage. And he just starts slamming that taunt out there. Braver than I.
And J-Mac, that was a very genuine discussion. I think I remember you and Frog almost fist fighting for who was going to play here.
Yeah, I kept intentionally hiding the mice that would be really good for Frog to use for a game, and then Aror ruined the party by walking in and saying, hey, I've got a mouse that you could use. And that was the end of that one.
Aror, okay, but all things considered, so a lot of the issue, and you had talked about this on the desk, was that Frog likes to play essentially with an MMO-style mouse, right? Like all of his abilities and everything are on his mouse buttons. I think Aror does too, if I remember correctly. Jake, yeah, there's no getting out of this one. No way he gets a heal. There's some body blocks. That's good from Aror and Hurry, and they pick up that kill. And that's what you get. That's the kind of level play you can expect from an MMO mouse.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Not
these chums that are
no,
pressing
so it
1
turns
through
out
4.
that Aurora has not just one mouse in his background. You know, whenever the players come here, you know, they don't leave their mice and keyboard setups here, and we just like
he's got a whole colony.
We don't like pull them out of a cabinet for you guys and go, okay, here's the Styx Ferryman's setup. These guys bring it from home. Aurora has 2 mice, at least 2. I don't know if he has more, but he has at least 2 mice in his backpack.
And we know that because he pulled out at least 2 today, probably 4 or 5. Again, a whole colony. Hurry, picked up, pulled back. If he walks away from this one, that's a massive failing on AwesomeTeam408. Luckily, the Fearless is there. You have to imagine it's just a matter of time. Meanwhile, over on the other side, Genetics is traded out. And it is, of course, leading the way. Who else but the Wood Frog? Stun onto Ronngyu. Turns around to help his team. Their eyes on Neil. The guaranteed damage needs to be there, but a couple shots from Gamma not there. Frog goes for the heal. Keeps them all kicking. J-Mac as they move forward. And what is, again, one of the most important sets of the day.
All right, Frog, what are you doing with this build here? Why'd you just skip an item slot?
Doubling down on that, not just skipping the item slot. Do you like going for the Splendid Scepter and any of its upgrades that he could grab here?
I think it's fine. I think the Scepter tree is very niche. It's not something you go to every single game, and I think it depends on which one that he goes towards. I like Sekhmet Scepter right now, the buff that it got. Makes it really nice for a little bit of extra utility to yourself. And with the low cooldown that Frog has on that dash that Horus has, we So 13 seconds normally without any kind of cooldown built in. Means you can proc that fairly frequently. He's going to need more than just that. He's going to need an extra body to get that heal, and doesn't get any of it. Awesome Jake shows up to the party on the left and keeps it rolling in towards mid.
Everybody else falls away. Doesn't, like you said, give the dash body. Instead, it's going to be a blue buff invade. Quig even scoops it up off the ground. Hurry pushes the tier 1. They lose the tier 1 and left. Lose the beacon. Maybe lose their minds as AwesomeTeam408. 1,300 gold, 2,600 experience, and maybe going to be one kill Richard Jake with the ult. Creates some space, but a dash from Gamma and ult from Hurry. And that's enough to lock him down. Aror versus the world around the Fury Pit. Damage is there, but the pickup is too strong. PBM takes down his opponent. And JMac, we are zooming 13 minutes in, tier 2 on right, and a Phoenix siege is beginning. You have to imagine that at this point, a little bit of a retreat is forced, so maybe they won't get the massive 13-minute advantage I was thinking they would.
It's a bold call to go for Phoenix 13 minutes in the game. They've got decent damage to do so. Hurriwind with the range damage, getting a little bit of amplified autos with his abilities cast. Having your standard Hunter Gamma over there to be able to do so. But when you're given the opportunity, you just got to go for it. Nobody was over there to defend tier 2. Well, they killed Jake, who was going to try and defend tier 2. Then there was nobody to defend tier 2. And if nobody's going to show up after that, just go for the Phoenix. It would at least pull a relic away from AwesomeTeam408. In fact, you do see 3 teleports picked up. Genetics, Mike, and Jake all have one. But now it's a fight over towards Beacon. Beacon's not even up, and they decide they're going to fight in the mid lane. Genetics, so he's going to be the first one out.
Look, just locked down. There's 5 of them here. You got to imagine unstable Vortex. Keeping things clear and concise with a couple of kills. I'd love to hear what the team's thinking.
The tier's behind.
The tier's a problem. This is a problem,
The
guys.
tier's in combat. The tier's in combat.
Oh,
Knock.
oh my god.
I have a knock.
Winnable.
No, we just back up.
Yeah, back
I'm going to bomb. I'm going to bomb, bro.
Yeah,
I
bomb.
need that.
Yeah, bomb.
So true on the bomb.
I can't really tank this. It's okay.
Look at
Who's
those
taking?
coin
Surely,
stacks.
surely
Look at
you're
those
taking this.
coin
Surely you're
stacks.
taking the
Look
bomb,
at those
right?
Yeah, I
coin
can take it.
stacks. Woo!
I can stun the thingy.
Gamma game's bomb. Wait, I'm going to the blue.
One of you guys
I'll
take
take
this.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gamma's way better on the Apollo. Okay, I'm gonna get the poly here, and then I think that's win con.
I got op shard now, so now I'm fed.
Huge.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm around. If he goes on you.
do not
Yo,
do my
I'm leaving.
speed.
I know.
I'm scaring him off. He's
I
gonna
don't want
come
to
back,
fight. I don't want to fight.
I'm grouping them up.
Oh my god.
I move.
I'm role playing as a jungle.
He beats.
I
Okay,
need 200 gold.
Who beats? Cliodhna?
Cleo. Yeah.
Cleo, nice.
Oh shoot, guys.
On my
Too
way.
clean.
I'll kill them all
We
here.
can ult over. I can bring a Horus.
Yeah. Please God help him.
Oh,
This is a crazy. We have Aegis. Are you full damage?
kill this guy. Oh, he's so DR'd.
Wait, Gamma, I can come to you at a base.
Alright, knock.
Nice. Too clean from Frog.
Frog just
The
carrying.
shield saved me, dude.
He might try and
actually
fight me
crazy.
because I'm just pushing up.
Yeah, I'm coming. I have blink.
I'm gonna go check their backs now.
Okay.
I'm fed because I shut down Cleo, by the way.
Yeah, I can hang out with you.
Defender's 1
Even
HP up
there?
here. My
He's doing this. He just dropped it.
Okay, yeah.
Aror.
Alright. This guy will try to fight you. I'm coming over there. I'm sacking a full mid wave for
no
this.
ult on that guy. Get him.
Oh.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna start hitting the tower. As
Yeah. I'm coming.
We can
I'm
kill
gonna
this
shadow
guy.
you.
Yeah,
Let's see
yeah,
if he
okay.
jumps in on you.
I'm not in range.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll just beat his jump if he jumps me and then mess him. Gonna knock.
I heard him. I heard his arrow proc.
We
I heard his
keep
arrow
chasing,
proc.
you
Go.
three to me.
Cleo's gonna be mid soon.
Oh, what a
Oh,
fucking
that's
idiot.
what a bait.
Okay,
What
where
a
can we
bait.
push here, guys?
T2. Nice.
Oh, they're coming mid. I can help in mid if you come
Where-
to
Got the
me.
bomb
I have
here.
a
Yo,
kill,
guys,
kill,
guys,
nice.
suicide for that. We have a bomb.
I'm coming to help her. Nice.
Fenrir, I'm pretty sure Fenrir has no ult as well.
Kill this guy.
Yeah.
I move.
I'm saving my wind
I have
shard.
ult.
for
I have
a
knock.
I move.
Oh, do we get a creep alive? Oh,
No, we have another wave.
Okay.
I
This
think we
Fenrir
get
has.
this.
Cleo's trying to come.
Cleo's ult soon.
Cleo's coming. Cleo's gonna go through the
Oh,
wall.
okay. Okay, just want to go mid? You want to go mid? Go mid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
we
we
have a
get mid
wave.
T2?
Yeah.
Alting mid.
Go Jake. He's no.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
They're TPing.
I'm going right.
Go right,
lane.
go right.
Go right, yeah.
I can give you a 3.
Yeah, it's on goal. I'm good.
Trying to get some aggro on them here.
This guy
Okay,
jumped
they're
in.
ignoring me. I'm going
I have
left.
no beats.
I have Mez after
Okay,
this.
okay. Trying to help you.
Knock.
I'm
On
toast.
that
I'm
Fenrir.
toast.
Okay.
Honor
7-3.
jumped, Cleo jumped.
Quig is split pushing though. This is fine.
I don't know if I can get this.
I have to leave. I'm Oom.
You're all 1 HP, dude.
Dude,
Run,
if I
run.
wasn't Oom, I would have killed them
Tragic.
all.
Left Phoenix though?
If you get it low, I can come back and bomb it. I have frenzy.
We'll see. We'll
Oh,
see. We'll see.
dude,
Oh, the
if we had given Chronos
Oh.
the bomb. If we had given the Chronos the bomb.
Who's CP's that? Oh, it's the Fenrir.
He has no ult, no ult. But Jake is coming
Okay.
though, and that guy surely kills your ass.
I got my ult off. Stunning him.
Dude, you're clean with the Chronos.
Oh, holding the beach here.
Wait,
That on her. I guess.
Got my speed.
Okay, guys, look
a
at
lot of kill comms that I'm getting out of that one. And J-Mac, there were moments that stood out to me, but you can tell the team's real happy. Criminal Aegis from Hurry, which finally is going to be back up over on the tier 1 on right. Frog getting credit for carrying with 11 assists. The team's in good spirits.
And also that Auror's like
Auror's
6 times.
Hurry's everybody was
And every time that Aurora said he was he would back away, and he'd walk back up, use one more spell, and then, okay, now I'm And he would walk away, and he'd walk back up, he'd throw one more, and say, okay, guys, I'm again. And by the way, he didn't actually go back to base until just now. He went all the way back from top side of the map to his speed buff to clear it out, while still before he finally went back to base to actually get some of his mana back.
So what you're truly saying is that he has fulfilled a proper jungle cosplay, ignoring the needs of his teammates in order to get himself a speed buff as much as possible. Genetics stunned out here. Knock up good. Auror's got the damage. It's all going 1-to-1 actually. His kill onto Genetics is met with a kill onto Quig, who's been carrying. They get Neil though. And now, running it down mid, you have to imagine the damage is there. The ult from Aror keeps them rolling in. And in the 2v4, Jake gets immuned out. And the team goes left with a billion play. It's Frog all day, leading them over to the exposed Phoenix they need. They pick up left. Jake goes in, wants a fight, but you just can't catch them out. They might be low, but they're going to survive here. Look for some damage. I might have spoken too soon. Kills, rolling forward. Frog distracting him, allowing for his team to get out of there, creating a generous and ample amount of space.
Okay, Genetics just walked past him. I guess he wanted to give the kill to Ronngyu. It's a double for
That's
him,
a support play.
but that's the kind of support mentality that you also need from Frog there. Diving up into the sky, sitting in mid, I'm sitting here going, man, where's Frog going? Is he just going to dive back right into exactly where they are, get the shield, allow them to fight a little bit longer? Is he going to fly over to Pyromancer just to quick transport the team there? No, he decides, hey, we've got Runic Bomb, we've got the Apollo nearby. We're just going to go and take a Phoenix. They do so, and now forces Fire Giant for AwesomeTeam408.
Well, Quig manages to avoid getting soloed. Hurry should be spotting this out. What can he do? The setup is there. He's hanging around, throws out some autos, does not. No, he does! It's Hurry! It's Hurry who steals it, and they get to come up. It's the Apollo basic attack, and all you need is a triple from Quig. They chase him down. They get the kills. It's the deicide for unstable Vortex, and with fire minions, and more importantly, Frog's ultimate, they can go into the base. They can go for the end to win game 1 from behind to ahead. Unstable Vortex looking at game number 1.
I'm sitting tight.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
I
just sit
think.
tight, just sit tight.
Yeah, Titans.
I'm on Titan, boys. Tears up. I'm on
no.
Titan still.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is going downhill.
I'm committing.
I don't think they can do this.
Oh no, J-Man!
It was so close.
It's disaster! The whole team!
Oh my Relax. It doesn't matter. They can't get fire. They can't end the Titans as 1 HP with our comp. That's still good.
But
Hurry's confident.
I think I had my frenzy up, guys.
He's keeping things level.
Okay, I just realized, guys, I ulted Mike. I could have ended the game, but it was worth the kill.
Oh,
We could have ended the game, but I wanted to ult Mike
That's also
instead.
why we did it.
That's why you gotta show you're the better support player. Say, you know, we could have ended, but I just had to kill Mike. And you know
Who
what?
did that?
He did. He did kill Mike.
Guys, I got a little.
Man,
It's the ego sometimes. You gotta have a little moment.
you know, there's moments, J-Mac, you can predict a lot in this game. And so there's also a lot you can't predict. And what you can't predict is NeilMah respawning, getting a triple because Mike, or not even Mike, Aror is focusing for an ult elsewhere. You have to imagine the team was thinking that was theirs. You have to imagine the team right now with Frog, ultimate up and available, is thinking, surely we can just ult in again and backdoor. But the question that they have to answer is, do they want to be known with a victory like that? Or do they want to go head on, get another deicide, and set themselves up that way?
Now look, when they did it after Fire Giant, that makes sense. You got a deicide, there's no one alive. You have no reason not to take the fastest trip into the base and get the win. Now that the Titan is sitting at like 10% HP, all 5 of them are on the map, that's a panic end. And I'm not one to want to be known as a panic ender. And I hope that Frog is thinking the exact same thing right now in this Horus. Because if he goes in and he ults this team, the entirety of Unstable Vortex are going to be known as panic enders. And that's not a title I would ever want on my reputation in Smite. So I hope that they don't go for it. But at least taking out a tower, making that Titan a little bit easier, and now they can't, by the way. They have to, at least unless they can take that left Phoenix back down again.
Well, AwesomeTeam408 setting themselves up for a defense. They're moving forward. Let's listen in on their comms as they take on Unstable Vortex.
I'm going to Curse the beats.
I'm going
Oh, shit. Dude, why is this thing not unleashing, by the way? I stand up. It's about to unleash. It's about to unleash. No! What took it? No way! It was a broken game. It was a switch it off. Dude, what takes it so long to unleash?
Yo, okay. I'm being genuine. We just put it to 3. That game was bullshit.
I'm down. It is the last set anyway.
We should actually just take it to 3.
For that, maybe they deserve
We can play.
Yeah,
we can play.
Okay,
I'm down.
we should actually just take it to 3.
Furious.
Yeah.
Dude, I should have known Aurora had something.
I feel like I did 0 damage because these guys were only split push.
I didn't play the game. Yeah, I did not play the game.
Well, their plans, J-Mac, unhappy. They thought their Titan was going to start marching. They got picked up, got killed before it could leave the base. And now they're down 1-0. But Mike, not one to take a loss lightly.
No.
Immediately, we should push him to 3.
The answer is 30 seconds, by the way. From when you cap beacon to Titans march out, you have 30 seconds before they fully unleash.
So they
that
had to be in the last, like, 10.
They were in those last few seconds at that point. I mean, those
That's
are
actually
narrow
kind of
margins.
honestly.
And that was something that I think it was in our first day when you and I were casting a game together where we were talking about, oh, man, they ended in like 22 minutes or whatnot in a game. That's kind of crazy. That's impressive. Sometimes when you get to these beacon caps and you get to these fights around there, they go an extra 30 seconds to a minute. It can delay a game not by that 30 seconds to a minute, but instead by 3, 4, 5 minutes because now you have to deal with a Titan. You have to reset. You have to go back. That right there, the plan for AwesomeTeam408 was cap beacon. We'll get the Titan. We can buy ourselves a few more minutes. But unfortunately, their 30 seconds was a little too long, and they're not able to come back.
I'm honestly surprised they went for the cap at all on the beacon. It felt like there was a very clear moment for them to just backdoor. But like you said, you don't want to panic end. You don't want to be known for that, especially in something like this. But they did anyway. They just did it later with a timer that was actually playing against them. But they win, and winning is what matters most here as Unstable Vortex takes the lead. We'll see if there's a clap back right after this quick break.
about fake friends. And screw your ex is such a flake. Forget your grades, you need a break. You, it's all about you. No matter what the others say. But now I'm done talking, the lights on me. I tell you, I guarantee this night's about to take a turn for the better. Now the rain is pouring and all I see is lightning around my feet. Now nothing can bring me down. I just wanna dance till my heart goes la la la. I just wanna dance. I just wanna dance till my heart goes la la la. I just wanna dance. I just wanna dance till my heart goes la la la. I just wanna dance. I just wanna dance till my heart goes la la la. I just wanna dance. It ain't about money. It ain't about the coolest job. It's about having fun and love the ones that makes you shine. You, it's all about you. No matter what the others say. But now I'm done talking, the lights on me. I tell you, I guarantee this night's about to take a turn for the better. Now the rain is pouring and all I see is lightning around my feet. Now nothing can bring me down. I just wanna dance till my heart goes la la la. I just wanna dance. I just wanna dance till my heart goes la la la. I just wanna dance. I'm done talking, the lights on me. I tell you, I guarantee this night's about to take a turn for the better. Now the rain is pouring and all I see is lightning around my feet. Now nothing can bring me down. I just wanna dance till my heart goes la la la. I just wanna dance. I just wanna dance till my heart goes.
I'm Top, the blind bandit. Don't underestimate me just because I can't see.
The spirit of Roku, a guide and protector, stands with you.
I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to kick some butt and win this thing. How? That was something!
That's right. It's the crossover that keeps coming back with a family that keeps on expanding. Avatar: The Last Airbender is back one more time here in SMITE, and you can pick up some of the brand new skins for both Toph and Yu Huang. Or not for Toph, I should say it's Toph and Avatar Roku for Scylla and Yu Huang. With the Avatar chest, 600 gems, you can roll that chest, get not just the new skins, but also all of the old skins that are here in the game. And man, we got so many of them at this point. We've got, what, 2 of them for Susanoo, 2 for Merlin, 2 for Scotty to get the double bundle out of theirs between Aang, Avatar Aang, Zuko, I'm going to be honest, I blanked on what his his other identity is.
Bacchus or Uncle Iroh?
No, for Zuko.
Oh, the Blue Spirit.
Blue Spirit, that's what it was. I knew it was Blue something. I knew it wasn't Bandit. Blue Spirit, and then you can get, Avatar Korra, and then both versions of that one, plus all the other skins that are through there. Iroh Bacchus, a personal favorite
Iroh
of
top
mine.
tier. Top tier character, top tier skin, top tier god. 10 out of 10.
Buy Iroh Bacchus, but also buy all the new Avatar skins as well. Just complete the whole Avatar family, because obviously the more that you guys enjoy the Avatar, the more that we've been seeing that they've been allowing us to come back and make some more. So if you want to see more Avatar skins potentially in the future, go ahead and pick up the new ones right here, right now. And maybe we need to pick up some wins and maybe some lessons here for AwesomeTeam408. Kind of falling apart here inbound up against their opposition. Unstable Vortex, a little bit of a panic end attempt at the very end actually does go fortunately for them. Now, I will say the Horus dive in when everybody is dead, smart call to make. Try and get to the base as quick as possible in the game. They don't in the game. Then they panic again by sending Hurriwind over to the side to try and finish the game. They end up winning there. And you can actually hear in the comms at the very end, I think it was by Neil and by Mike, saying, we thought the Titans were going to unleash. Didn't account for the time window before you cap to when it actually walks out.
Yeah, the timing was just slightly off. All around, kind of pretty cool macro, cool split pushing by the the Vortex team in game 1. Also, the pros just don't know how to win. From now, the casting team is now 3-0. The production team is now 3-0 against the actual pros. Maybe they need to hit up Woodfrog with how to play this Horus, because he kind of piloted it like a genius.
Yeah, Woodfrog, probably the standout player on this team. And in fact, he even got some praise over on that right side tower dive. Whenever he was able to show up, save, I think it was Quig at that time. If not, maybe even saving Aror, trying to keep his team alive. And you just hear the praise coming from the team saying, oh, Frog is carrying us. This Horus is absolutely carrying this game for us. And I have reason to believe so with the performance he put on.
It's because they're supports, and they recognize when a support is actually doing something. Have you ever heard a mid laner say, yo, really nice peel there, Mr. Support? No. No, that's, oh, I'm so sick. I just got a triple kill. Holy.
Why'd you take 2 of my stacks?
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. But supports, they know how to praise other supports. They realize when they're getting hard carried, and, you know, Frog just had them all in the backpack.
Nearly 10,000 damage. Maybe not the most impressive number there, but constantly showing up for the team. 2,700 heals. And a fairly fast game. Again, this one ending before the Titans fully unleashed, which usually puts you around that 23 to 25 minute mark. That Unstable Vortex are able to find themselves a victory. But the importance of a matchup in a format like this is now we have to see what else Frog has. You know, the Horus looked really good. I thought for sure he was going to be going into jungle just based off what he's told us his normal play is. He didn't put up 18 kills, I will say that, though. He was gassed enough to say, I'm going to put up a whole lot of kills. We didn't see very many from him, at least in the support role. We'll see if maybe he does a role swap, see if he can give himself up some kills. Picks and bans for game number 2 between our 2 supports. Again, God's right there at the center of your screen down there at the bottom. Not available to be played in this game. So now is where the real fun starts to kick in to see what new stuff we have available. Though I will say, not a whole lot of the kind of air quotes meta picked up there in game number 1 between them. So still quite the pick of the litter. And AwesomeTeam408, even in that first pick spot, they still do not want Set to get through.
It is really cool just not watching players play the same exact god game 1 to game 2. It's a really nice format to watch just to see, you know, how deep goes the god pool, who's their second god. They're not taking it, you know, completely uber serious, but they're still playing some gods that they think are at least somewhat good. So it's cool to see the gods that they pull out secondary. We haven't had a third game today. Maybe this is the one that goes 3, and maybe AwesomeTeam408 brings it back to game 3 and maybe takes it in a 3-game set. But it is really just cool to see these guys play multiple different gods.
Well, if Mike has anything to say about it, and he had a whole lot to say at the very end of that one, he wants to push this one to 3. And by pushing that one to 3, he's taking away a couple of big hitters. You already mentioned the set, but also Hurriwind in his set prior when he had a game 1 up. Try to go to the Giannis. Make sure to take that one away from him. Along with the Chernobog, other bands, Neith, Jormungandr, and Yamoja. Leaves open a first pick Freya for AwesomeTeam408. And I'd be dismissed if I didn't mention that this is the team that does have genetics on it. Whether he plays that one in support, to be determined. He did play the carry last game. So maybe we see the Freya go into the carry role for Gen X this time.
Really hoping we keep this Freya out of Gen X hands. Anybody else can take this Freya, and I think it's a better value than whatever Genetics brings to it. Just anybody but Genetics, and this Freya is looking like a really good first pick.
What about Shiva, though? We haven't seen a whole lot of Shiva. When he came out, we saw him hit up jungle a lot. We saw him kind of attempt to have some soul lane success. Very rarely did we ever see him kind of flex support. Where do you feel that Shiva kind of falls into the meta right now?
If I'm thinking about game 1, Frog played a warrior, nice early game damage, can kind of carry at least through the early portion of the game. Another god that kind of comes to mind with that, Shiva. Maybe this is Woodfrog's backup, his secondary support that he has, and Shiva's not all too difficult to play, Horus not all too difficult to play, but both can flex to that support role and can actually, you know, put on a little bit of a performance there.
We'll see where the Shiva lands, as well as the Ratatosker drafted alongside it. Some jungle, some solo potential from there. Up against Thanatos. Just these top. Oh, how do we forget about Marty? This might be about the most Mickey that you can go. You get Freya, Thanatos, and Marty. I think AwesomeTeam408 wants to end this one in 20 minutes.
I think this is nearly guaranteeing a game 3. That is a Freya, Marty, two of the strongest gods in their respective roles. Very good in the 1v1, very good in team fights. And across the way, gods that don't really deal with them all too well.
Gods that may not have some of the best early either. Specifically talking about that Scylla. A bit of a struggle for her first few levels. Unstable Vortex pass ban? That's some confidence to pass ban when there's still so much on the table.
Hey, maybe they're trying to pass to make genetics overthink and take the Freya. Maybe this is like the ultimate chess move, trying to maneuver around these bans to try to get genetics onto that Freya.
I wonder what Unstable Vortex is trying to leave open then. You know, if you're doing a pass ban, that's saying, you're not scared of what they're going to pick up, but maybe you have something very specific in mind that you want to go to that may normally have warranted a ban in that spot. No, they're just only going to do one pass. A single pass ban.
Just one.
And not even the last one. The first one of the second wave.
Maybe a Willix ban because they're like, oh yeah, maybe we ban this because we're planning on locking in Anhur, and it's like a god they maybe forgot about on the first one.
Well, I can't go on her. That one did get played in game 1, so.
Oh, you're right.
You don't have to worry about that matchup. Yamoja's already banned, and Wheelish is a good counter matchup into the Yamoja, pull people out of the Riptide, so.
Maybe just a counter for the Scylla then. The pass ban was funky.
Could
it
be.
was funky.
That was a weird one. You're maybe right on the money with the Scylla. That Sentinel does take a long time for you to get to an easy pull target for a Wheelish, which to me now spells that they may have already given away their hand as to what their jungle could be. But Quig, the next god selected up for Unstable Vortex. We've seen some flexibility with him between the mid lane and that solo lane. So with Shiva, Rat, and Quig, I have absolutely no idea where these picks are immediately going towards.
I think it's got to be the Shiva support, Zhong solo, Scylla mid, Rat jungle, and then they just need their ADC to round out the comp. Can we get any more Mickey with this comp? Freya, Marty, Thana, Disco. Guys, imagine Athena with 40 power running at you level 2.
Guys, I know you guys do a lot of damage. What if you just do a little more damage and a Pele? You got to throw the Pele. Though it's not Auror's Pele.
Did they take it away from him? Maybe there's going to be the Auror ADC.
You got to take
Pele ADC.
Yeah, you got to take the Pele away from Auror. If you give him an opportunity to carry a game on that one, he will just run away. So, smart pickup by AwesomeTeam408. Arachne, that's probably like on the bottom 5 of gods I would want to see drafted at this point.
Maybe bottom 5 character in the game currently in the meta?
Maybe. Which doesn't feel that. Man, when I started playing SMITE, this is going to make me feel old. Because I don't know if I actually fully started playing before you did. I know that you got in competitive a little bit earlier on, specifically around the console time, but Arachne used to be a very fun god to play because she had Sylvanas pull, but even further, grab people through walls, drop a bunch of spiders down in one spot. The old strategy used to be you grab Hand of the Gods, set 5 Spider Broodlings at Gold Fury, and at level 1 you just nuke the Gold Fury, you get a free objective for your team. That was the try-hard pub stomp style of God, but I just had so much fun playing because that pull was like a 30-second cooldown for an ult.
That is way before my time. I have only played with this current Arachne, and surprisingly, or unsurprising more like it, they opt for the Calder to round out their comp.
Do you remember what your first god was when you joined SMITE? What was that new god when you joined SMITE?
I do. It was immediately when it dropped on Xbox because I never played on PC. I started on Xbox, and it was Medusa.
Ooh.
Or Opwash. I think Opwash was right before Medusa. I think it was Opwash.
Okay. Yeah, Opwash is a fun one. That was one of my favorite gods that has been released. Just it is this design more than anything, the aesthetic of kind of like the old, like Witch Doctor style of motif that went along with them. I had a lot of fun whenever that guy came out. He was absolutely busted, though. Between him and Ratatoskr, it was
obnoxious.
It was tough to choose which one was more obnoxious to fight against between those two out there. I think my first god, whenever I first started playing, was Chalk, and Kali had also just gotten her remodel at that time. That's how old it makes me feel.
That was before Season 1, right?
Yeah, that was in the open beta. I joined very shortly after open beta.
That is a long time ago.
It's crazy to think that I've spent a third of my lifetime playing SMITE.
That is rather crazy. That is weird to think about.
Yeah.
Third of your life.
Mifflin's along that same boat, maybe not quite as much. He's like kind of between that half and 1/3 mark for himself, because I know that he was also starting to play kind of in the console time. I think he played a little bit before that as well. But in this timeline, this day and age, here on Saturday in the month of August in the year of 2023, we have 2 team compositions to kind of try and break down here. I think you're right to maybe put the guess, the Shiva going over into the support role for Tree Frog, gets him yet another warrior style of support. But for AwesomeTeam408, do you have any maybe predictions where some of these guys might be lining out?
It might have to be the Freya support, and it might be Genetics taking it. And unfortunately, I do think if that is in his hands, this is going to be a 2-0 and a quick 2-0 at that.
AwesomeTeam408, not much confidence here from inbound for them to take this one all the way to game number 3, though. As mentioned, Mike wants to drag this one to 3 if possible. Doesn't want to go out on a loss like that. Doesn't want to get 2-0'd after a game 1 loss that they've just been delivered by Unstable Vortex. We'll see if AwesomeTeam408 can take this to game number 3, or is Unstable Vortex going to close this one out in 2?
Well, let's find out. As you mentioned, in game 2, it's Gore. And I'll estimate about 30-40 seconds. It'll be J-Mac and Doug to hang out for game 2. AwesomeTeam408, an absolutely bonkers draft at the beginning, and then an absolutely bonkers but in a different way draft at the very end. Neil on the Pele, Jake, Thanatos, Ronngyu, Discordia, Genetics reprising his role on the Freya, and then of course PBM on Marty, which is to just prove probably how strong Marty can be. Other side, I mean, J-Mac, you were just talking about it, but like, you know, the Zhonghui, Scylla we don't get to see too often, Shiva, and in a rare instance where someone who's not Barracuda locks in Scotty.
Yeah, it's a bit of a power move thinking that you can out-Scotty Barracuda. Like, Barra's one of the only guys who plays this god. I don't know what...
Look at this invade.
I don't know what the joy is that he finds, but look, you're playing supports. You're playing against annoying supports, specifically PBM as one of these players. You know an invade had to be coming.
And what is even worse for them is it's not going to work out. You have teleport Genetics, but you cannot get away. First blood goes to Quig. The purple buff goes on Hurry. And, of course, the rest of the farm goes the way of Unstable Vortex anyway. No disengage. Do not collect $200. And go home.
That's a good one. That's good. That's a good reference back. NeilMah taking the Pele. Taking it away from Aror. I think that... Oh, whoa! Ronngyu gets a stray auto? Plus a minion that helps him out? That's a turnaround kill for AwesomeTeam408. That's the one that they need. The invade fails. So you put it on the mid laner. And on Discordia, of all gods, too, one that, while she may not do the most damage early in the game, everybody else who's going to be fighting wants to do a lot of damage, so you can get that passive going. Especially when you think of gods like Thanatos, who are really going to want to make use of that extra damage. NeilMah and Soul Lane can get a lot of extra poke. But getting a kill for Ronngyu early is going to make it that much easier for him, because, I mean, talking about Scylla, her early game is not very strong, and this just makes it worse.
Well, Jake, right now, look, Thanatos does a lot of early damage, takes a lot of early damage. Nice little silence on to Hurry and Frog. Quig's right here. And what is looking like it's going to be a 3v3. Ronngyu. Ooh, with the little spam laugh over the wall from the Scylla. Frog up in the air. Frog's getting low. Jake needs the kill. Genetics will swipe it out from under him. But at the end of the day, Frog goes down, and more importantly, J-Mac, as we've seen some role swaps come through for Unstable Vortex, Frog in the jungle is a massive kill to pick up.
Yeah, I think the biggest one to bring here is that Frog said, hold that thought, Quig half HP, awesome Jake Genetics still chasing him down, needs a death scythe, needs a couple of pulse shots, neither of those available to the AwesomeTeam408. But this is Frog's role. He said that he plays jungle whenever he gets the opportunity to. And so far, I mean, it's, you know, we're 2 minutes into the game. Nice kill by PBM, teamed up with Under the Tower to make sure to pick up that one. But so far, I'm liking the support just a little bit more. Again, it's a little too early to make that immediate claim, but he was rocking the support. I'm surprised they pulled him away from that role.
Well, Gamma, good crush, bad everything afterward, dies. And it's Ronngyu who gets the kill. Now, here's the question for you, J-Mac. And of course, this is because I Googled what kind of frog in jungle to figure out what kind of frog would be because he's in the jungle. While they're getting kills, though, Quig eliminates Jake, hurries low, Genetics is going for it, but the turnaround from Frog, from Quig, from the team sets him up, and now he is doing his best Tree Frog impression as he does jump into this jungle, continues this chase, looks for the kill, gets the dart, gets the slow, not the stun, and the spin for some extra damage. Gamma, Quig, what do they have to offer? Nothing, but a purple buff invade. And some kills served up on a silver platter.
Now, what you're saying, the tree frog. What is there specifically a wood frog? Like, is that
There's
like
a white-lined leaf frog.
okay?
An Amazon river frog.
There's the poison dart frog.
Panamanian golden frog.
A what? A Pandamanian?
Like from Panama?
Oh,
Panamanian?
I thought you said okay. I thought you were trying to say like pandemonium or something like that.
Pandemonium.
The pandemonium frog. Gamma's got to run. Does Jake? Nope. Jake doesn't have sight.
Oh.
That means Ronngyu gets to walk away. We got a
There's
wood frog? Oh, we do have a wood frog.
I think, I'm gonna be honest. I think I have a wood frog that lives in my backyard. I've seen this guy. He looks like a little leaf.
Speaking of frogs, this is nothing to do with the person frog himself, but you mentioned frog in backyard. I visited my parents at the end of Masters. I went back home, visited them. Usually I only get to go back once a year, but I decided I'm going to take a week to go in the summer in Texas. Also,
so are frogs bigger in Texas? I want to ask that. Everything theoretically is bigger. In Texas. That's what they like to claim.
That is the claim of Texas, that everything is bigger in Texas. There's also just a lot more of stuff in Texas. So there were a lot of frogs. They may not have been as big, but when you Voltron a bunch of frogs together, they can make one big one. But back on...
It's a nightmare.
Just an eldritch horror of a frog.
Yeah.
But back on the original point on the frog was that
man.
My parents have a lot of frogs in their backyard, and their dog likes to chase them. And that's all that I had.
That's the story. Okay.
That's it.
Well,
It's
this
not an
frog is
interesting
getting chased by that dog. It gets killed off easily by genetics, and Hurry almost jukes around. Unfortunately for him, Jake is going to pick up 2. Clean couple of kills over in the duo lane. Part of me is still stuck on the nightmare fuel that would be what 5 frogs Voltron together would look like. Instead, I'm going to focus. We got to zone in. As Jake dunks down Quig, nothing to do, no one to pray to. Jake is your god now. As he takes control, takes the lead 3-1 and 5.
Jake now online. And it's crazy to say, because really for Thanatos, all he needs to be online is to have access to ultimate. But Jake's able to recuperate a couple of the missed kills from earlier, make those back up, and now trying to turn the fight back. NeilMah nearly takes down Frog, but not quite enough. No, they're just going to camp Quig. They're just going to camp. He doesn't even know. He's just trying to walk back to lane. He thought the jungle was safe, but nowhere's safe. When Genetic and Jakes are teaming up over the wall, Genetics drops him down.
Now, the good news is, for us, 16 kills, 6 minutes. That's insane.
That's fun.
The bad news is...
Well, there's bad news with it, too?
Well, that Quig's died a lot.
Oh,
4 times?
That's just bad for him.
That's just for him. He's being bullied. The thing is, though, he is currently rocking a VTuber skin. And for those of you who didn't get in on it a while ago, unfortunately, they do still... I guess now cost more than they did at the time, right? The cheapest deal is gone. But you can still get these. Of course, support your favorite VTubers. Also, I like them. The voice lines are really fun for those. Speaking of voice lines, NeilMah probably having some choice words for that death. Jake comes in. Jake looking for a lot. Up into the air. Dunks down. Misses the execute. Gamma making him look like a fool. Has to get cleaned up by Ronngyu, but Jake... Oh, he recovers. He picks himself up a kill. Mike solos out Quig over on left. And the kills, they just keep flowing. 20 in 7. And maybe we're going to be looking at 21. Frog with the Jungle v Jungle win. Does exactly what he needs and Hurry. Dances Ronngyu to his demise. Falls back, unwilling to trade his life for the mid laner.
Jake, you can't be missing that. I'm not sure if it was... that he was just out of the circle, or if Gamma had the frame-perfect Sentinel to get under wall to avoid it. Either way, Awesome Jake missed out on the execute, has to do a little bit more work to find his kill after. Does get a kill on Aror, so makes up for it. But then low in HP, tries to take the 1v1 against Frog. And Woodfrog's able to put him down, win the jungle matchup.
Man, poor Quig, leave him alone, dude!
He's
this
just
is
trying to
cyberbullying! Stop it!
No, never mind. There's a Marty ult. He's not safe.
There was Marty and Frey. Oh, they were not letting him walk away.
Oh, no,
he was going to die.
That's the double jump in the air and chase you down squad. All they needed to really complete that was a Kamazotz.
Little knockup from Hurry. It's going to do enough to get some revenge. I'm a monster. One of the most iconic abilities. Gamma using it to do nothing. Frog dying. over mid camps. 24 kills, 8 minutes, 3 kills a minute.
That's a really fast pace.
That is a very fast pace considering what we're used to seeing. Instead, J-Mac, now we find a soft reset. Purple buff, hidden fade. Successful from Unstable Vortex.
I feel like I'm about to watch a golf game with that.
Well, that is where the setup's going to be, Mike. And a little bit of trouble. Hurry with the setup. Goes for the ultimate. Has the damage, but not the kill. Instead, it is Jake who steps in, turns this one around. And unfortunately for Hurry, his dance was not disco enough. A double kill for Jake.
And a birdie for AwesomeTeam408. Good plays by them. We hope to see them
Can
again.
you imagine if we did that? That's like some NPR. Like, I'd fall asleep, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that for
I have
more.
to think harder to talk softer.
I don't think I can do that for more than the bit that you went on with. Oh, Jake with the double under tower.
Double-double?
He lives?
He's 9-2-7? Jake's actually that guy?
He's going crazy. Oh, Quig gets his... Quig just went up a level and a half. That's how down Quig has been. Not only does he get shut down on Jake, he gets a revenge kill to boot. Genetics isn't going to let him live it down, but now you're even. And now there's another body here. Genetics, you're too far forward. You've got ultimate. Can you even attempt to fight back at this point? Hurriwind brings him right back in, dashes right through him. Hurriwind gets the dance part 2, and this time it works out.
Now, this is a rare moment for us and for SMITE, where so many kills happen forever that we could feasibly play-by-play everything without actually ever taking a break, just trading 1-1-1. And you know what? Maybe we will. Here's the I'm a Monster, the iconic that I've been waiting for, misses because Gamma can't aim. NeilMah tries to turn some things around, but instead it's his team falling.
Oh my
Jake
God.
steps in, tries to continue on his warpath. 11-3 and 7 for Jake, and he is not done yet. That 408, that's how many kills he's aiming for. 408.
Jeez.
And he's gonna pick up a triple. Hurry, comes back in, the damage is there. Jake looking
That's
for
4?
the quadra, finds it. Quig comes
Don't
in.
step up,
Jake,
Quig.
what can you do? The ice is there, the autos are there. Can he stay alive? Can he keep it going up? Down for the stun. Jake, you have to go for it. He finds it, he looks for it, he gets himself the Penta and runs away.
That's my captain, maybe.
That's Penta number 2 of the weekend. Haddock starts out, and Awesome Jake keeps it rolling. 14-3 and 7. Quig fighting on the opposite side of the map to start that one out. Runs all the way over and decides to be the nice guy to Jake and let him have the Penta kill. When in reality, Quig could have just sidestepped slightly to the left and would have juked out the Death Scythe that would not have meant his kill. 14-3 for Awesome Jake.
That's their captain. I don't know who said that, but whoever said that on AwesomeTeam408, they know what's up.
And they would be right. And this is the man who drafted this team. He said, I'm building the team around me. You guys are going to win this game based off of me. He wants to be the center of attention, and here in game number 2, he's definitely stealing the show.
All right, J-Mac. Beacon is going to be coming up. It's 23-15. AwesomeTeam408. They're the ones that I want to understand. They've been bullying Quig. They're setting themselves up for the Beacon, so let's go ahead and listen in on their comms.
Me and Mike are coming.
This is good. This is good. Yeah, you can pop off it.
Yeah, we're coming, boys.
I'm on the wrong. I'm on the wrong here. I hit it wrong hard.
Red dash. I'll kill him.
Nice.
Help me on B.
I'm going high to mid.
One help. That's dash, isn't it?
I'll get Jong.
Okay.
Shiva root. Shiva vanish.
Yo, anyone hit an auto? Not me.
Hey, another one.
Not me.
Oh my god. Wait, another one. Wait.
Oh my god, go for it. I got him. I'm on. Jake, go for it. I can't.
Yes. Oh my god. Wait, is that the first? That's the first game ever where someone's got 2 Penta kills.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And it matters a ton.
Can we go? Yeah.
We can't.
Gold.
Dude, where am I right now? Like, actually,
I'm going to gold.
this is such like a fever dream. I feel delirious.
Disco Passive putting work here.
Yes, sir.
True.
I cannot believe I played like 2 minutes by lane. I'm just sitting there like, dude,
Jake, you need to show
what's going on.
Alright.
Like, oh, I got speed.
You guys got to link with me, I think.
Protect the president, boys.
Yeah, just so you know, Jake is worth, like...
Just to make it worthwhile, first off, they're talking about how much Jake is worth. Immeasurable. Because he's 19-3-8. And J-Mac, a couple days ago, Pagon, double back-to-back quadra kills. You can't top that normally. But Jake has found the way. Back-to-back pentas, 23-8. He's just different. It is the captain for AwesomeTeam408 leading the way. And of course he even secures the Gold Furies. He finds the kills. He does whatever he pleases because he has control of this game and is looking for another fishing. He's worth a lot. Has to be careful here. A bounty could be massive. Frog missing everything. Instead, it's Jake who gets to continue this war path, but he's getting low. Quig. He's got him on the ropes. Can they find it? The shutdown from Aror. It's massive. Look at that dip on the charts. A huge kill for Unstable Vortex.
Awesome Jake Hurd, 27 kills by Stu. That's cute. What if I start a 14-minute game with 21 of them?
Oh my
He is
God.
going beyond the kill a minute that we talk about for full 10 players on a map. He's doing that by himself. It's going well beyond there. And still has plenty of time to get more kills because you look up, Gordon, there's still 3 towers on the map. That Titan's really tanky. Even if you do win a team fight, take a Phoenix. That Titan's going to take
15 minutes
a long
in, you're
time.
talking about the Titan, my guy. Hold on.
But look, we just had a 17-minute game earlier.
Yeah, good point, good point.
We had a 17 earlier, but that does take quite a bit to get to. Aror goes down to Mike with one more auto. What is Mike just... Okay, Mike gets... I don't know what Mike was doing. I guess it was the power play, the I'm in your head because I just sold you. I'm going to wait for the final shot. Gets it anyways. And based on this performance, we are very likely... Oh no, Frog. Frog is 5 levels down. Frog is literally not worth anything to Jake. Jake can get more farm by killing a minion in lane than he can by getting Frog, but at this point, it is just a power move.
He's looking for the kill count. He's looking for the numbers. He's trying to beat number 27. And of course, Mike ruining that by taking some kills away. Gamma's been bullied at this point. Quig has been bullied. Gamma going to be hanging around in the jungle. Death side, couple of autos. The crush is good. And the I'm a monster used to run away because Jake has stricken pure fear into the hearts of Unstable Vortex. 34 kills. He's 22 of them for his team. He's looking to become a little more. No, the kill from Frog, finally. You might not be worth anything. He goes up 2 levels from that one because what does he need? He needs to prove that this is nothing. 22-5, though, for Jake. J-Mac brings us to an important question. That question can wait instead. Damage. Neil killed off the one who I was going to highlight. 0, 6, and 8. Nothing to his team. Wood Frog about to go down, but good knockups. Good control. Might lose his life, but sets his team up for a little bit more. Ronngyu, Genetics fighting in the 2v3. Shiva, Dance disrupted by Genetics. Ronngyu. Low, and Quig has his sights. He's been bullied. Now he becomes the bully. The cycle continues. 4 and 11 for the carry on Unstable Vortex. And now a 3v1 Genetics low. Genetics has to play carefully. Crush does a lot. Hurry with the CC. Leads them to water. They take the drink. Unstable Vortex starting to climb up. J-Mac, 59
Oh my
kills.
God.
And Jake's looking
He's so fast.
No way he gets this. No way he gets this.
He's so fast. He just beeline Hot Wheels style through the entire jungle and goes all the way to tier 2 tower.
Just to end.
He got the kill though. He went 1-1 there.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Gamma got back to base.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah.
He got nothing for that.
What can we say? Look,
he was
you know
fast.
what?
It looked cool.
He got 2 pentas in 1 game. Who cares what he does from this point forward? Jake's just better.
You know what's funny to think is if we would have gone with the bit you were bringing up earlier where we back and forth ones the entire time, we both could have had our own individual pentacalls this game at that point.
You know what? That's on us for listening and hearing them get excited.
Nah, that's fun.
How dare they have fun?
They did it better than I would.
Yeah, honestly, it was very exciting for him. The minute they realize, like, you can hear that click when he gets the quadra, all 5 of them are like, wait, you can get more, you can get more. Much like they're getting more right now. Everyone taking Jake's kills, it feels like. I want to see another 5 minimum. Tie him for first at worse. Maybe give him 28, have the most of any individual player in any event, period. Instead, J-Mac, we're talking Fire Giant, 18.5 in. And I don't know, I mean, Aror might step up to this.
Oh, I missed the side.
It's going to be AwesomeTeam408. Let's go ahead and listen into them as they take control.
Still a dash behind, you look to secure.
Just hold DPS, hold DPS.
I have no knock-up.
Sure.
I'm just
Knock him
gonna
too.
Got it. Killer. Spam taunter.
I can't do that to Mr. McD.
Spam taunter, messenger, you suck.
Someone else take that? I can't.
Let's go Bastion Gold. Or Beacon Gold, I mean. Yo, play our 20s here, get power spikes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for their buffs.
Sure, I'm with Jake.
I'll stay on it.
3 mid, 3 mid.
Yeah. Wait, loop.
I'm
Loop.
push.
I can complete banish mid.
There.
I'll get beacon. Scotty's literally free as well.
Rat low. Rat has dash.
Help Jake.
Sky. Marty.
I can blink banish if we get close.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get their
I have a
buffs.
bomb for mid.
We have a wave coming. Let's go. Let's go.
Jake heal up and then we go.
Yo, Zhang has blink for this. Zhang has.
I gotta heal with buffs.
I got both active.
You can just go push left if you want, Jake.
Yeah, I'll just go push
No,
left.
just go push left
I
and then
wish
you have
I was
us coming
pushing
here.
left right
This
now.
guy's going to blink soon.
Yeah, he will. Just spread.
I'll try and put him in combat here.
He's in combat.
Nice.
Put him in again. Oh, I did.
Shiva's
Got
under.
now.
You guys see Scylla on the side?
I'm just gonna run, okay?
Scylla blink down.
Jong's gonna try and blink ult.
Yo, Scylla 1 HP, Scylla 1.
Jong's gonna blink ult though.
This guy's on me.
I'm going back mid.
Horus on me.
I'm away to you. Knocking up Jong.
I gotta be on Zhang, yeah. I'm dead. I'm gonna try to kill Scylla.
Banish. Can you help me? I have literally nothing.
I'm landing on Scylla.
Yep. Zhang next. Shiva has cooldowns.
I'm knocking him too.
Harry was busy
Nice.
taunting me, fucking idiot, man.
Yo, Scotty coming.
Scotty literally doesn't do anything. Just kill the rat if we can.
It's right edges.
On the street.
Nice.
I knock up in 2 for you and you land, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. Knocking up. I have to buy this. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are both.
My knock-up got interrupted.
Actually.
Oh, I died
so
before my
close.
punish. Run, Neil!
Oh my god, I respect that.
I could have swore Scotty was level 14 a second ago. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, the Scotty was level 14 not too long ago. A couple of kills. That'll change a lot for you, J-Mac. Level 18, 7 and 13. Look, Quig has got the short end of the stick this game, but is making up for it as the late game Scotty starts to come online. We're counting them for those of you at home. 3 more kills to tie what we saw from Stu earlier. 4 to take the trophy and make us say Stu who. If Jake could pick up a couple more kills. And J-Mac, based on that defense, even though they lose the Phoenix, we might be in the territory where that's possible. Maybe another Penta for him. Who knows? It's all.
If he would have
on the
gotten
horizon.
3, that would have been one of the most insane games of Smite that probably anybody's. I mean, I look at this and I see that this is Jake going super try hard in a ranked game because he's on his 4th loss of the night and he just wants to end the night on a single win, so you pick Thanatos. But he is absolutely popping off on this god. He's got a great support around behind him. And I don't just mean the single role, I mean all the players along with it, because he starts up yet another streak, takes down 1. Gamma is out of the fight. Jake going back in. But who's his target? Quig. He's the one who's been popping off the last few fights. Got to take out the new carry for the team. Silence is there. Death Sight, though, off the mark. And NeilMah takes one away. Woodfrog down, and PBM drops a roar. Jake, though, able to grab his 2nd kill in the fight. 1 more to tie him up with Stu, and he'll do just that. A double for Jake. 27 kills in this game. Still well beyond the kill a minute. We are at 81 total. You can't stop here, though.
End.
You got to get 1 more, Jake. You got to take the record. You're not going to settle for a tie.
Well, good news.
I didn't ruin your career.
Yes, you
10
did.
seconds
man.
for Gamma to respawn. We'll listen, see if he can do something about it.
Oh shit.
Imagine Jake just on you, instantly dies.
Jake? No, he's dead.
He's down. Oh, they might
Gamma?
all be down.
Gamma's going massive here?
I'm telling you, they
Gamma
can't stop me.
and the Titan are doing so much. Mike gets burned away!
Yo, who trolled?
Wasn't me. There's no way I trolled.
Someone trolled.
No way it was me.
Okay, they're gonna. Okay, we didn't even get gold.
Can I ant?
No.
Think I get this?
Just get
Wait, Neil, how much gold have you got?
So no one owned up, J-Mac, is what I'm learning. Not a single person owned up to trolling there. Which means either they're all trolling, still trolling,
I think they all are.
or no one's trolling. And they just got Gamma. Massive respawn. Looking for some triple doubles here. Needs 2 more assists. You're looking for 3 more kills, 1 more assist if you are down there as Quig. And, of course, Jake, 2 more deaths, racks him up. And he'll not only take, if he can get 1 more kill in the process, the kill thing that we've been talking about, but also a triple-double to boot. So it feels really good for everybody, I think.
Jake can trifecta this himself. He can get not just a high kill count, he could also get a triple-double, and he's gotten 2 pentakills.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say trifectas and, like, he's got to get a 3rd penta and the other things.
Well, I mean, if he gets a 3rd penta, then he will potentially get all those things.
What do you value more, 3 pentas in 1 game or 3 world championship rings?
Ooh.
Man,
look, only 5 people can get a ring per year. Anybody can get a penta at any given point.
Yeah, big true. Plus, if you're playing arena, then like you just get like a 6th, 7th, and 8th kill, and now you've got like 4 pentas.
Penta.
Yeah. So, in reality, like, what is he even doing? Like, is he even that cool? I don't know.
Look, you also get a world championship title in game. The world champion title.
Yeah, imagine not having that. Like someone must love that.
Okay. Look, you're a world champion to me.
Thanks,
because you, unlike some of the players, I say some because there has been one, you've been a part of more world championships than some of these players have. Because you're at that world championship casting that stuff.
I am verified in Paladin, so like I don't even know what these guys are doing.
Verified?
Yeah, I got a check mark by my name in Paladins.
We don't even have that.
Yeah. I don't think they did it. I think they did it for like a few months while we were casting. They gave it to the people who were prominent, and then it has not been really returned.
Jake.
And maybe it got taken out. Who knows?
Trying to get another kill, but Jake's down. Aror drops him off the face of the earth, and it's out Ronngyu trying to run away, but Genetics has turned this around. He's got a double kill of his own. Nearly gets 3, but Ronngyu snakes that one away from him. Wood Frog is going to shut down Ronngyu. And this game may not be ending just yet. Frog's still alive, has to go back to base. But now he's got to be the one to put on the defense. Might not even need to. Because now with the Titans outside, the Titans are running down the lanes. He's been given that opportunity. He's been given that time. AwesomeTeam408, you got to go kill the Titan first.
Well, they're going to keep running down mid. Frog doesn't seem to know where he wants to put his attention. Has to hold for 20 seconds. But is going to have plenty of time. These bozos come in. They take the Phoenix. They're going to go over. They're going to take a tier 2 with their enhanced minion wave. J-Mac, they got 10 seconds for 3 members of Unstable Vortex to respawn. Titans are just hanging out. And this is going to be the question. I feel like a lot of pros, there's been conversation about which Titan wins. And so I'm watching the Titans maybe with more interest than a lot of what they're doing. Because what are they going to do? They're going to back up. And they're going to go, what, for a Fire Giant? Yeah, cool. Who cares? Maybe there's a big team fight. Yeah, a big whoop. There's been so many. Look at the Titans.
I've heard it's always chaos.
It's always chaos. That's what they say.
That's what I've been hearing. And I think it might just be the same again. And there was an enhanced wave to help out AwesomeTeam408. They need more than enhanced wave. Genetics down, but Jake, he's got the new record. 28 for him, and the triple-double to boot with that. NeilMah goes in, and NeilMah goes down. AwesomeTeam408 now with just Ronngyu and Mike still alive to try and fight back.
Ronngyu, Mike running away. Aror blinks forward. The Zhonghui trying to herald his team to victory. They got fire minions to worry about, but maybe they don't have to worry, J-Mac. The thing we've learned about minion waves, there's no Titan for them to go for. As long as the Titan survives a little longer, that might save Frog some time, save some effort. Mike goes in the air, gets some shots onto Quig. Aror zones him out, goes for damage, looks for a kill, needs some cooldowns, walks back in, is tanking the tower, continuing to tank the tower, misses all of his abilities. Ronngyu just stands still, but he's still standing, and that's what matters. As on left, the Titan continues its siege.
Damn, Chaos Titan not only won the match against its other Titan, but it's also taken a tower. This thing is unstoppable. Somebody's got to go back and deal with it. That one will be Ronngyu. Chaos Titan sent back 2 birds down for the Unstable Vortex team up in the set 1-0, but down 20 kills. We are 28 minutes in. Quick math, 96 kills. So we nearly crest towards that 100 kill mark. All we need is 1 team wipe to do that. And go even beyond that one. So Jake not only got record, I guess, for most pentas in 1 game, now
Yep.
has most kills in one game,
Yep.
and has also gotten a triple-double.
Yep.
And he can just keep going because this game's not over. It's only just getting started.
No, Hurry in a little trouble. Quig does his best to stay alive, but he's been bullied all game. They're not going to stop now, but Gamma comes in, misses the second dunk down. 3 gone, and as you called for it, we're over 100 kills as the Phoenixes are down. Fire minions are here, and we might as well let AwesomeTeam408 close out this game.
I'll kill this thing, boys. You just
Neil, you got a knock-up?
Oh, fucking nice knocked up, dude! Hell yeah, Neil!
Let's go!
Yes!
We're going 3!
Look, I played my part. I tried to make it not 3.
You know what we should do?
I tried to make it
You know
not
what we
3.
should do? We should just int so hard game. just int so hard, make it the worst game ever in game 3.
No, you should play like super late game gods.
I can't believe I've done this.
Yo, pull out the god wheel. We need new rolls.
Alright, true.
Or the roll wheel.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're going 3. Oh my god.
That's kind of sick though.
Yeah. Took 3 years, 4 years maybe.
Only a team of supports could get a guy 2 pentas without a
kill
kill stealer.
I think it's the first ever support player.
Neil with an excellent point there at the very end. Only a team full of supports could get 2 pentas on their side. And maybe there's some propagandists out there, J-Mac, who are going to say it's because they were playing supports. Who else is going to feed that hard? But balance in all things. Also, a rare peek into draft strategy there for AwesomeTeam408.
Again,
the random god wheel to potentially choose what we're about to see. And plus the 20 gods that are now no longer available.
Right, so they've got to spin the wheel and make sure what they spun hasn't already been auto-banned away from our 2 games, which could make this wheel be even more interesting. I might have to take a peek in and see which wheel they're using, just to maybe get a little bit of insight for this one. But, I mean, what more can you say? Awesome Jake absolutely popped off this game.
He did
28 kills, triple-double, double penta. I don't think you can ask much more for the guy.
I want more so I can keep going
what
with my...
more? What more do you want? Okay, he got a lot of kills. There's your number 4, and he won. There you go. That's the full hand.
And that is going to send us, as they said, as Mike alluded to after Game 1, willed into existence, despite Genetics saying he did his part to not send it to 3. It is going all the way to 3. So we'll see what they have to offer us after this break.
Look what you done. Took a living woman and turned her into stone. I guess I should be thankful. You gone cause you chew with your mouth full. I should've run once I figured out that you can't work your tongue. I guess
Game number 2, perhaps one of our bloodiest games that we have had in quite a long time in competitive Smite, with over 100 kills. But the star of the show, Awesome Jake 408 on the Thanatos inbound. This one did not feel close whatsoever. Jake not only gets another record for himself, now takes what Stu had just earned earlier today, the top kills in an SPL game, takes that away from him by getting an extra kill on top of that. Not only gets 1 pentakill, but 2 of them, a first time that we've ever had in a comp game as well. And then also gets the triple-double to boot. He got everything that we've been asking for. High kills, pentakills, and the triple-double.
You know, in bowling, the perfect game, 300.
Yeah.
That's the perfect game right there. The only thing that would have made that better is exactly 10 deaths, maybe 30 kills, 35, 40 kills, maybe a little bit more kills. But probably one of the best performances we've seen in the jungle ever by a support. Maybe saying something there. Supports can play other roles better than the own roles can play. Like, maybe it's saying something there.
Look, I'm just saying, we have seen a lot of good arguments for players outside of their normal role. We had it for Stu earlier on the set. Now we're seeing it for Awesome Jake here in the jungle. Something about taking these players out of their normal role, the ones that, whether they willingly kind of got put as a support player over the time, or if they kind of chose to go that direction, giving that opportunity to break out and try and play that carry style of role, that carry play, just brings out something about them.
Yeah, it is really cool watching like players just play like a different style. Like usually Jake is, I mean, uber aggressive in support too, like he is in jungle, but I mean, he's able to just one-shot someone. He can kind of just sit in the jungle and look to just hop on someone and one-shot them, as opposed to kind of just playing the annoying support style where you invade, you poke them down slowly. It's cool to see, you know, these good players, these top-tier players playing just something unique, something different.
Man, that really did feel like an arena match that we were just watching there. There was some objective play, but it wasn't what was important there. That was all about the kills for these two teams, and specifically for one, AwesomeTeam408 with a massive victory in game number 2. It takes us now to game number 3. And as we get ready and kind of get set up, actually I need to see, did anybody else? Okay, Gamma triple-doubled, and that's it. Genex needed one more kill, and he decided to die to Fountain. He got the 10th death dying to Fountain, but he needed the extra kill to get there, so only 2 triple-doubles, but at least one on each side. Kind of keep the fun going for both these teams. Like I was saying, though, I won't pretend I know what's going to be drafted next, because you heard it best from Mike at the very end. They're going random God Wheel to see what their last round is going to be.
Hey, when your God pool is so deep that you can play just about anything, random God Wheel it is. Maybe get Frog back in support, get him out of the jungle. He looks a lot more comfortable in the support role. Maybe something there, but, you know, he played good enough. Wasn't really his fault, kind of the entire team getting destroyed, so maybe it's not all on him.
Yeah, and you also had to go against what Jake just played, too.
True, very true.
If Jake didn't have that insane of a pop-off, that might have been a closer game. We might have been sitting here singing the praises of Frog being able to play really strong multi-role. Still did fine on the Ratatoskr, but maybe not quite up to the same level that the support play was, as you see at the bottom of the screen there. All 20 gods now taken away from games 1 and 2, now not able to be played again for this third and final game. So we get to see what the two teams are going to draft for themselves. Now, I mean, I guess the good news is now we don't have to worry about seeing a Marty. We don't need to worry about seeing a Thanatos pop back. Set's still something that probably needs to be banned away. I don't think you want to give that over to them. So yeah, probably just ban that one away if you're AwesomeTeam408 in this case. And they will ban it alongside the Yana. So still scared, no matter how long you pull Hurriwind away from that mid lane role and prevent him from taking one of his best picks, you still have that little bit of fear inside with you.
Yeah, I mean, he pulled it out after, what, 4 years or 3 years of not playing Janus and put on kind of a performance on it yesterday and the days before. So, I mean, it's fitting to ban it away from him. And also the Set, obviously one of the best characters in the game right now. Makes sense to ban that character away. Now we have a first pick for the Unstable Vortex with not a lot of gods available as we have those 20 bans. Anything sticking out to you?
Immediately to me, I mean, with the Emoji banned away, that would have been a good option to maybe go towards that way.
Athena.
Athena's not the one that immediately comes to my mind. Fun pick.
Very
you
fun.
play that jungle or support. A lot of setup, a lot of follow-up. Also can just do an insane amount of damage.
The Solo Troll, Athena solo from last year also. Maybe full damage Athena solo.
Lasper jungle Athena that we saw at Worlds as well. I mean, a lot of options.
Not support.
Not support, though.
Not support.
Not support. The really cool moments have come from not Athena support as of recent, but it's played by a support player, so to be determined where this one will land out. New all banned away. I still want to see a big snipe god. We haven't seen Thoughts, Cuckoos, Raw's been banned away. We haven't really seen those big burst made style of ultimates. I mean, we saw the Scylla, but unfortunately the Scylla was up against Awesome Jake's Thanatos that game, so we didn't really get to see the big I'm a monster moments that maybe Gamma was hoping for. Agni, I think I'm surprised that Agni hasn't been shown a little bit more priority with just how strong he's been as of recent.
Yeah, it is weird not seeing the Agni when he is probably one of the more top-tier mages. Does just about anything well. Oh, there it is. There's the big mage all you're looking for. I'm happy for it, too. I love Raw.
Yeah, that was the one you were wanting to see earlier whenever we kind of start out the set. We get to see them both, though, Raw and Agni. Double mage threat.
That's the random god wheel, I guess. You got a higher chance of getting mages because there's more mages in the game than any other class, so...
Yeah, we did.
Mages?
We did math that one out. There was 37 mages in the game. That was the most. The next average was about 23 to 24 for 3 of the other classes. The lowest one, I believe, was the Warriors at 20. So you have a much higher chance of rolling those mages. Though, I guess, to be fair to some of the mages, I'm not trying to be a mage forgiver here, but not all of those mages are for mid lane. You can play some duo as a hunter, some as support, and Ao Kuang pretty much... Well, I guess as of recent, we've been seeing him solo lane, but can still primarily play him there as the jungle. Medusa alongside that, so we got a lot of big hitting ultimates for AwesomeTeam408. Meanwhile, this feels like a team comp that's getting set up for victory here for Unstable Vortex.
The Unstable Vortex comp is going to be playing a very simple form of Smite. Athena is going to be dash taunting, and they're going to be hitting the character that Athena is dash taunting. Not anything special so far, nothing screaming about the comp going to be like split pushing or anything, but that is an avenue you always have when you have a Mercury. Gives you that split push potential, especially when you have an Athena paired with it. Athena can get there in 2 seconds and giving mitigation along the way. And they split push their way to victory game 1. Maybe that's the avenue they're looking for, some sort of split push potential.
Now, if they are rolling a wheel, do you think that everybody on AwesomeTeam408 has the wheel open, or do you think it's just one person? Because it sounded like Mike was at least the one who was bringing that one up for him. So I wonder if it's just Mike sitting there rolling it and saying, okay, who wants to play this one, and just kind of divvying out to the team.
It's got to be that, and they're like peering over his shoulder like, oh, come on, not Agni, really? I hate playing Agni.
Can we get a re-roll maybe? Do you think they have like a re-roll count there? So, hey, we can get like 2 re-rolls total?
Surely not. If you're doing a random god wheel, you've got to be picking the god.
Yeah, the only re-roll you get is if it's an auto-banned one from the bottom.
Or banned from the one of the teams. Like
right.
Janice and stuff.
Do you think they I was going to say, do you think they random wheel their bans? But no, you don't want to do that if you're going for a random team. You want to make sure to ban some of the best. Morgan Le Fay makes 3 mages now. Don't know where any of this is going. We've seen Morgan Le Fay mid primarily. We've seen it jungle from Scream at one point. Raw, if you go way back in Smite, Raw was one of the primary solo lane mages. And Agni, obviously sticking tradition, really only mid, but this is genetics, and genetics likes to be weird. And I've heard a lot of rumblings about some Agni support that he's been doing in ranked.
Oh, no.
So I've got a feeling we might be seeing that there.
I think you're right. I think we're about to witness the Gagni.
I did not like that one. There's a lot of names, like player name god combos that we have made. That's one that I'm vetoing right there.
It's feared. It's honestly feared. Nobody likes it on their team. Nobody likes it on the enemy team. It is a permaban in ranked if you know genetics is in the queue. It's tough to see it.
I think that we're seeing on the other side, though. Cleo can't be played. Cleo has already been played, so you're not allowed to get that one. So we can ignore that conversation. It will be an Anubis hover, and I am being given information that the Cliodhna was locked in by Unstable Vortex, so whoever locked that one in, congratulations. We are now going to need to remake. Wait, you're telling me it's our own guy who did this? Frog apparently locked in Cliodhna, not remembering that it was played in game number 1. You got to get the pen and paper there for that guy. Write things down. That's why we have notes. We have so many of those like Titan Forge and hi-rez production like note cards around the place. There's got to be a pen somewhere to write this info down.
You know, I'm not mad as much as I'm just disappointed. I expected better from Frog, especially as he's joining the support team. I expected him to be an upstanding player, have those true support values. Unfortunately, he's just trolling his team. He's not paying attention. He's not giving it his all, and that, quite frankly, disappoints me.
You think he's trying to ice the enemy team? You know, they just had a really pop-off performance on AwesomeTeam408, kind of like icing the kicker in football. You make them take a little bit longer to get back in after a hot streak. You think that maybe is his play?
Maybe he has bigger brain than any of us, and this is his long con, and he's starting to figure it out.
I doubt it, though. It's been a long day. He probably
forgot.
And all honesty, if that graphic wasn't down there, I would forget what's been played in every single game.
100%.
God, can you imagine if we make it? I've said it multiple times. I'm 100% cursing us right now, but can you imagine if we get to game 5 tomorrow, and there's 40 of those gods down there?
I just can't even imagine that. Imagine you're playing Arachne ADC because you're just completely out of other hunters to play.
There'd be 60 total gods shown on one screen, and 40 of them, or I'm sorry, I guess technically 50 of them wouldn't even be played. It would just be 10.
Yeah, that is crazy. But it's also crazy. We have 120 gods in the game now. Like you said, 40 mages, about 20 of every other class. It is crazy how many gods there are in the game.
There's just more coming every time.
And Frog locked in one of the ones he shouldn't have.
Yeah, you have 127 gods to pick from. I guess technically 107 now you can pick from. And you pick the one that's already been played.
Just disappointed.
You had over 5/6 of the cast that you could have picked from. And you chose Cliodhna. He willingly wanted to go to Cliodhna. What does that say about him more than anything else? That he willingly wanted to play Cliodhna.
He likes fun gods.
Cliodhna is a bit of fun.
She is unique too. Unique and fun.
You got to jump into walls. You got to lay down the little trip mines with your ultimate if you are inside the wall.
I think that's not used enough.
It really
the trip
isn't.
mines. Nobody has them like hidden in the jungle or. Imagine you start just spamming them at like enemy red buff, any speed buff when they pull the buff, and you just try to steal it like that.
That's the way to go. I'm honestly surprised we don't see more tech like that. Just walk over. You're not actually going for the invade. You see, oh man, it's down. Let me just jump in the wall real quick, leave this here, and deal with it. I mean, I guess you can clear it out if it does kind of jump scare you, but you also have to make sure you don't position it facing directly at the minion, because then it will just proc and hit the minion. You have to do nothing with it.
Yeah, I guess you have to put it off, a little bit off to the side. But even if it does, like, just get set off in the jungle and the enemy's walking through, like, that's a jump scare. That's, like, a mental win. They're going to be thrown off. Why is the Cleo ult here? Is Cleo in this wall? That reminds me of there's, like, a scream clip or something like that, and Cleo left an ult behind, and he, like, walked through, and he was, like, freaking out, like, where's the Cleo? Where's the Cleo? And the Cleo's, like, in the enemy, or in her base because she had already reset, but he just had no idea. Good clip.
You get that communication. It's like, well, I know where somebody is right now. They're at their speed belt because that went off. It's like the Artemis trap that you just leave randomly.
You start seeing it tick across the map.
Yeah, you see, like you just left it in the jungle because you were being chased on a gank before, so you left it there, and all of a sudden, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, you just see numbers pop. You're like, where did I get those damage numbers? Who am I hitting? I'm at base right now. The best part is when you get a random kill from it. Actually, we saw that earlier today
with Bera.
Yeah.
Or.
No,
Fine okay. Fine okay on the Cupid.
He dashed into it. Dashed into Nika's trap, ends up dying because of it. Moments like that, little interactions like that in SMITE is what makes everything worth it at the end of the day.
Do you think the one team is a little bit too laid back right now? They're kind of leaning back, relaxed. Maybe they're not taking. Look at this. They're leaning back a little bit too much. Maybe.
I think they can go further back.
You think?
Those chairs can go to almost 180 degrees laying down. And if as long as you have a good center of mass, a good center of gravity, you won't fall back in the chair.
They're just tempting fate, though.
Genetics and NeilMah specifically are really tempting it. Genetics, I think, maybe more so than Neil, because Neil's at least got like his hand a little bit. No, he's got his one hand up. He's asking to fall back.
They're both testing fate.
They're really towing the line.
But I mean, they tested fate with the God Wheel too, and it seemed to have paid off. They've got a stellar comp going. 3 mages, Medusa.
She might as well be a mage.
She might as well.
She's a physical mage.
Physical mage, 3 mages.
Petrify buff was kind of good. Like, goes from 75% of the damage now to 85% whenever you do hit there.
Nice buff. It's a very nice buff.
All the small little buffs. Medusa's probably one of my favorite hunters to just, like, if I want to jump into a late night queue, don't really want to think too much, Medusa's usually the one that I go to. I think it was between her and Cernanos for a little while, and then Cernanos got buffed and everybody played him, and I didn't want to be that guy to feel like you're kind of jumping in and joining the meta, so I kind of swayed back to Medusa. We will move away, though, and back into the picks and bans. Cliodhna, not going to be played, obviously, already played earlier, so instead, Poseidon and Ravana. I don't think we're going to get an actual tank here from AwesomeTeam408. If the wheel's been a-spinning, it lands on Daji to round out their draft.
Hey, 4 backline gods, and your 1 dive god is a Daji who can just banish herself? I think they drafted a perfect comp. It doesn't even look like they used random god wheel. It looks like they laid this out. They knew what they were getting into. Now it's just the flex gods. Where are they going to be going? Is it going to be Raw Solo? Is the Agni coming out, even though you don't like the name too much?
I just hate that name.
Morgan Jungle for a shout-out to Scream again. They've got so much flex potential with this really well-crafted comp.
I think the next question that I'll kind of pose your way. You look at a Daji, you always look at who's going to capitalize on burnt beads. Probably not very many people on the side of AwesomeTeam408, but you also have 2 guys that don't have CC immunity in their kits, Izanami and Poseidon. So how valuable of a resource is that purification going to be for those 2 against this Daji?
I mean, it's got to be considered super valuable. But I will say, a little low-key, Agni has a decent amount of chance of pulling beads also with the 2-1 combo or ult 1 combo. And then Ra can obviously ult off of any type of CC in just 1 shot. So, again, pull those beads with the Daji. Agni can end up punishing it. Or the opposite way, Agni pulls the beads. Daji ends up punishing it. Either way, a little bit of beads pull. So, the bead cooldown are going to be pretty important, though.
Maybe potential for Medusa to take it. Get caught looking the wrong direction. Get hit by a stray Petrify. Now you got to probably use beads and Aegis because now you've got to kind of dig yourself out of this grave that you've already put yourself in there. Are you one of the people when you see a Medusa ult and you have a statue left behind, do you break the statues or do you leave them there?
I have to.
You have to?
It's just a disgrace. Like, how did I get hit by this or how did I get killed by this? Like, get it out of my way.
Now wait, if the Medusa's on your team and they leave a statue, do you leave those ones too, or do you break those too? Or is it only if it's like your Medusa, like your allies who got Medusa ulted statues do you break?
Well, the thing is, I don't think my allies have ever gotten a kill as Medusa to ever actually leave the Petrify statue behind or actually stun anyone, so I've never actually been in that position. No idea.
We need to get you a teammate who can play some good Medusa. That way we can test the theory.
Yeah,
Theoretically, would you break the statues?
I think I'd leave it up. I'd try to leave it up. I'd try to leave it up. For her, you know, a little statue, a little pedestal medal for her, whatever it is. I'll let it live.
I think it also depends on like the pose the statue is in, because it leaves you petrified in whatever you died. So like you see like a Jormungandr like getting ready to go up into his ultimate, and then he gets stonewalled from that, and now all of a sudden you see like a giant snake sitting up in the sky. Like that's got to be a fun one there. But our two support teams take it to the brink. Game number 3. Which support team will be the best supports? Well, we'll find out by jumping right in.
That's right. This is for the crown. Best supports in SMITE, in the SPL. And of course, one last time, it's Gore. Of course, JMac in about, I'm going to estimate about 15 seconds this time. Maybe even less, actually. And Doug giving us the views. JMac, I'm not good at math or counting. Actually, I've lied. I'm kind of good at both of those things. But
didn't you get a degree for doing stuff like that? Like, didn't you kind of need to count for your degree?
All right. Well, hold on. Let's
I was in art.
Let's keep it clear.
I was graphic design and art.
I only had to take up to Calculus 2.
Only Calculus 2.
And you know what? I've got 35 different ways to solve integrals. All right. Okay.
I don't even know what you just said.
Now, here's the thing that, you know what? I'll be open and honest about it. First time I took Calculus 2, I failed it, which means I had to take it again. Second time I took Calculus 2, JMac, I got a D. And for my degree...
D's get degrees.
Nope.
Oh, no, not if it's in your major.
I had to have a C for the College of Engineering at Clemson in any of those classes to get it. I had a 68, and he would not bump me up to a 70. And so I had to take it a third time. And the third time I took it, I got like a 98. I killed it, dude. I was so good at calc by that time because I had taken 3 semesters of the same class.
I'll peel back the curtain on my math journey. High school, I did take CS1. And I think I also took AP CS, computer science. I guess I should elaborate
not
that.
Not Counter-Strike.
No, not that.
I did have a class on Skyrim, though.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, our final project was essentially making a whole dungeon in Skyrim. It was really neat. And I got, you know what? I got a full college credit for that, for a computer science 400 level class. That was sick.
That is actually really cool. Back on what it's also going with,
we got to go back into yours.
Yeah, I did computer science.
I interrupted.
You know, advanced placement computer science, that's what the AP stands for, which basically means that, like, I took, like, a slightly smarter version of regular computer science. I also took calculus in high school. Took the Calculus 1 course in high school.
You're going to hit me with the same thing Katie does, where she's like, I did calculus when I was a senior in high school.
Yeah, no, I did. It was miserable. I hated every minute of it, but my teacher was awesome.
That's calculus.
My teacher was awesome. I got like a B. I took the AP test at the end, and I got enough credits to where I could skip doing any math in college.
Nice.
It gave me 10 credits for math, which you only need 3 in my major. So I essentially got 3 semesters of math for finishing 1 test. Shout out to my AP calculus teacher for letting me play Nintendo 64 on my laptop in that class whenever the semester was over.
Harry gets first blood. And I want to tag on to yours and say I did something very similar, which is that I took AP German. And that allowed me to avoid having to take any language classes throughout mine, which was nice. I still got a little bit, but it's a little more rusty. I'm assuming the same way that your calculus is probably rusty at this point.
Yeah, if you mentioned even... Like,
well, I said the word integral, and your brain didn't know it.
Yeah, my brain short-circuited. I could tell you what some of the words that I learned are, but I could not tell you what most of those words meant. Like sine, cosine, tangent. I don't remember those. I know that they exist, but I don't remember those. I know it's like...
Man, how messed up is it that I could graph both of those for you right now?
It's not. You.
Does that mean I actually learned? Did I do some learning?
You did learn.
I thought genetics was about to learn today. He got away, though.
He learned how to escape.
He learned how to get away from Frog, who is the Athena support, which I remember the desk. That was you guys talking about not being the case when it was locked in. So how does it feel now that you see it over there?
It's less so that I didn't want to see it locked in. I just did not like the name for it. I did not like the name for Genetics' Agni. And I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
That's the only thing I didn't like. Whether it's good or not, could not care. I just didn't want to say the name.
And I don't blame you.
There are player god name combos that we've come up with over time. We're like, I don't know. That feeling feels a little weird. There's ones that have, well, there's that one, yeah.
For those who are curious, it's Paul's Hebo.
It also could be Pagons, too.
Or Pagon, yeah, at this point, but it's Paul's. NeilMah in trouble. Raw. Oh, no, he gets hit by the knockback from Aror. And the stray water noodle auto. As Aror, by the way, rocking Poseidon, one of my favorite skins in Smite because of the Quack. One of the only early skins I didn't actually get. I'm a little sad about $15 for that skin in 2014. And knowing that what it goes for now, that was a great decision by me. And that is why you want it, because the giant inflatable ducky, not the player, but the, like the actual animal on the ult.
So if we're doing like player names and gods. Again, I refuse to say the one for Genetics, but I'm looking over at Neil. He's playing Ra. Would he be the Neil Ra, or would he be the Na, or would it be the Ra-Ma?
Ra.
That's a good one.
Thanks, man.
You're good at that.
I practice Ra. And that's not a lie. Like, anytime I see him in game, I do it every time. It's probably it's an issue, honestly. But I think he'd be like the... No, I guess you can't, because like the whole thing with rolling your R is that it's an R.
Yeah.
You can't really roll an R into an N. Nah.
It doesn't have that same ring to it. Raw. Yeah, Raw is good. That's why I was thinking the Ra-Ma. But then again, we'll probably never see him play this god again outside of matches like this. So there's probably no reason to actually...
Someone's going to have to fact check me on this. I believe that it is quite literally genetic. Not genetics. That's a player. Genetic. Whether or not you can roll your R's? That doesn't sound right. Now that I said that out loud, that sounds really stupid, that thing I just said.
Yeah, that does not sound correct.
Because I'm sure you could just practice it. Maybe I'm thinking roll your tongue. That also feels kind of stupid, though. It's a muscle. You should be able to learn stuff, much like Neil should learn that you're not going to mess with the Poseidon. Stop stepping up to him. It's just going to end up in death. You're 0-3-0. Get good.
You just can't walk with the Poseidon. Look, NeilMah thought that this was like Season 2 of Smite. I can play Raw solo. Everything's going to be all hunky-dory. And then he learned a hard lesson that Poseidon is just going to body him anytime that there's a Mercury on the map. Quig refuses to let this be a 1v1. I think that Neil would probably be doing fine in a 1v1. That pesky jungler's got to show up every time. It's called the solo lane. It's only supposed to be one person per team over there. Quig, you need to leave this lane alone. Go bother somebody else. Go be an annoying jungler in some other lane. Leave NeilMah alone. It's just bullying. And he isn't going to stop. He's not going to stop. In fact, he told Frog to join him. By the way, Frog got brought back in the support role. I think probably stronger option for him. Mike, how many can he pull with dodge ult? It's L3. He gets a kill with one of those, but he's got nowhere to go. He goes to the Bastion. He just had enough distance for Bastion. And Genetics gets a kill on Hurriwind. Chaos across the map for both these two support teams.
And really chaos on the right side of the map. So that's where they're at.
That's just for NeilMah more than anything.
Damage. Oh, I want the 1v1 so badly. Gamma just doesn't seem to want to take it. Did secure his purple buff. And J-Mac, I've got good news. Rolling your R's is not genetic. So we were right the second time. As the ult comes through, Izanami. Sent to the ground from Jake, who is on the start, J-Mac. He wants to beat his own record, though it's a little slow if he's trying to do so. He was at 21 and 14. So maybe he needs to pick up the pace if he wants to do anything like that. Great clip ult from Quig, actually.
Neil!
And a beautiful shot from Neil. A double taunt from Frog, and it pulls them in. Genetics does his best to turn one around, and so far 2-4-2 between the teams, keeping it 7-7 as we approach 7 minutes.
Neil's got the sniper with this Raw. Finds a nice clean kill. Now Ronngyu trying to back him up. Throws Woodfrog against the wall, and another beam by Neil puts him up 2 kills He was down 0-4 earlier. Now all of a sudden we're sitting 2-4-2 for the Raw. All he needed was a little bit of assistance from the rest of his team. Neil saying, guys, we're supports. We should be supporting each other. Give me a hand over here. And finally his team listens to him, makes the rotation over, finds the big snipe. Well, that started off because Mike really buys a whole lot of time on the right side. NeilMah goes down. And then Mike's able to turn around and get one for himself. Able to buy a little bit of extra time, then teleports to a Bastion, and that allows the rest of the entire map, sans the Hunters, to decide that they want to throw a party over in solo lane. Ronngyu gets taunted in mid, but Frog looks back and sees that there's nobody helping him. Just like Gamma, no help.
No help. And you know that's what he's screaming into the comms right now. No help. And that's where they're at. It's just the reset for him. Unstable Vortex. Losing their speed buff on left. Mike playing aggressive genetics over the wall with some damage. Hurry playing Ravana. That is going to miss out on a lot. Frog goes to Hurry. Gives them maybe a little bit of survivability, but they lose out on kill potential, which, if we're honest, that's what matters most here.
Points to Unstable Vortex. Oh,
no. Point taken from Unstable Vortex.
Yeah, no, that's a point for now AwesomeTeam408. No, I was going to say, point to Unstable Vortex for going for 5 unique stacking items in first line. No repeats. Although, Devourer's Gauntlet is not the first item I would have thought I would see on a Mercury jungle today. But here we are at, what is almost 7 p.m. on a Saturday?
6:40.
6:45. 7.
Close.
If we want to be like super precise, 6:47.
Price is Sight. Price is Right rules. Closest without going over, I win.
Well, I did say 45.
You said.
No, I didn't say
7.
anything technically. I let you guess,
7.
and you went over.
You said 7. And
I did
said
say
6:40.
I did say 7.
So you can't gaslight me here, okay? Okay.
The attempt has failed, everybody. Gormiser's too smart for me.
You rolled a persuasion check, and it came up nat 1, baby.
Nat 1 on that.
I got a nat 20 on my arm. You got to look. You got to respect.
You do. It is a You have a permanent nat 20 buff.
Yeah, you wish it. You would think it would help. It doesn't, as it turns out. Well, I guess maybe it's only on like crits or something. Who knows? Gamma in a little bit of trouble. A lot of bit of trouble. He's dead.
Very
Frog,
much trouble.
Very much in the same amount of trouble. Dies as well. Poseidon solo kill over on the right. Who cares? It's all falling apart for Unstable Vortex on left. But Aror styled on NeilMah, and that's what matters.
Another tower for AwesomeTeam408. They've already taken tier 1 from Gamma. Now they're going to take his tier 2. He's got nowhere safe to farm anymore. Well, you got to hit. Okay, there you go. Jake stuck around just long enough. Make sure that tower goes down. And we've had 2 towers in 1 lane removed before a single objective was even motioned towards by AwesomeTeam408. This is a composition and a team mindset that says we don't care about objectives. Those things are temporary. They pop up every so often. You go away, they come back. Structures like towers, those are permanent. You take those, you ain't got to deal with them again.
I feel like there was philosophy lesson somewhere in there. We'll have to unravel that on our own time. As right now, J-Mac, what I'm thinking is AwesomeTeam408, you're in a rare spot, right? If you look at this team, you're up 3,000 gold. But you are also losing now 1 member, getting aggressive. So we might as well listen in, see what the team is doing, and how they're planning to continue this onslaught.
Too far still for a little sec.
That speeds up. That speeds up.
I'll defend right.
I'm here, Neil. I'm coming. I'm on Rav, Neil. I'm on Rav.
Oh my god, I got beats my fucking E-word.
Merc's around the corner, by the way.
I don't have full though.
I think you should get out, boys, maybe.
The purple's
Absolutely
up.
not.
Oh my fucking god.
She's here.
Here's one.
She's here. No dash.
Sure. Dead.
Sublime!
Sublime. There's an Izzy behind. I stole my ult too.
Sure.
Dude, my TP's almost back up now. It's fucking crazy.
That's actually broken.
The word persistent in the dictionary. Nice. Get this moment.
Do you know how bad I want to
Sam,
just
can you do my
drop
jungle?
a thing on
Let's
that?
do all that shit.
Gladly. I'm bringing come to red.
I'm just gonna run left. Fuck it, I don't care.
Get a mate.
Who could come gank me? Nobody really, right?
Can I have this trick?
Oh.
I just don't have needs.
Alright.
Did you try blue?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I'm dead.
Can we kill Rav? Can we kill Rav?
Yeah, I'm biting myself.
That's
Yeah, I'm
crazy.
coming.
Do I even need
I'm
to
gonna blink him.
Yeah, I do.
That's it. Good tower. Oh fuck.
Beacon's up.
Yeah, we'll get
To the
beacon.
left,
How much
Merc,
Jack? How
Merc,
much
left.
Jack?
Post no
I'm
crack and
poking.
I can TP mid easy.
I got the stash.
Nice.
I think it's free.
Nice.
Nice.
Merc was here.
I can do beacon. You guys can go farm. I'll go.
I'm back anyway.
I got you.
I want to get 12 off 1 XP off of green, and then
I'm back out of
Do we not do gold or no?
Could do gold,
We
but
could.
I
can
don't
run
want-
there.
I actually don't want to.
I'm gonna get beads.
If you don't want to, that's fine. Merc's in left too.
He
Merc's
has
in
red
left
time,
too.
he's red time.
Merc's in left, yeah.
He's
not gold
pushing left,
free.
I think.
I'm coming.
Yeah,
with
I'm
you,
here in
Neil.
left. I'm here
Yeah, I'm
left.
coming.
This Rana has an ult, by the way.
Yeah,
I
Merc's
don't
in
have
left
blink
here.
Neil, but I'm coming.
Sure, I got full divine.
Quig's like happy.
Now, there's a lot to discern. Me and you were discussing how Neil chooses which curses he's going to say and which ones he doesn't. He dropped the B word, literally, and then swaps it up a little bit later. The other thing to mention, J-Mac, is something that specifically I want to reference Jordan here because he was calling it 4-wheel drive during the playtest. That's how Neil is playing right now. Look at my man, completely reclined. And I guess my question is just, how long is he going to hold it? And so, honestly, I don't mind. I kind of want to keep him there. I don't really care about anybody else on his team's camera anyway. So
No, we can just leave that there.
it's just figuring out if he can go the whole game like this, if he ever, like, what changes when he sits up? Is anything different because he's leaning back outside of pure comfort? And if anything, he's showcasing why years ago what you should have done was got your Smite Maxnomic chair.
You should have. Like I was telling it inbound, Bobby on the desk, was that those things lean back very far. You can go almost
like
100,
scary far.
like 180 degrees that you can just be laying out flat. As
In
long
fact,
as you
he's
got
not even all the way down yet.
Yeah,
I think he could go further.
it can go further. And as long as you have a good center of gravity, you won't fall over.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not the best with balance.
You know
that's
what?
that's
We're
why I
setting
didn't
them
do
right
things
now, so
like
let's.
That's why I didn't do a whole lot of things like sports and or gymnastics or anything.
Yeah, after like 45-degree angle back, you start to get pretty nervous about falling over.
Yeah, it gets a
Right,
little
there we go.
nerve-wracking. That's
right,
your
now I'm gonna-
comfort right there.
I'm gonna cast like NeilMah.
There you go. All right, hold on. Maybe here. What if I join you? We'll have some team building with this.
No, I'm gonna open it up for you, and this is a discussion about like proper projection for your voice.
This is not a good way to do it.
breathing and like breathing exercises. This works if you're a musician or if you use your voice singing, anything like that. This is like the worst position for your neck and body to be in to get the appropriate amount of air and volume for what you need. But I'm gonna try it anyway. Woodfrog walks up, tries to steal the Gold Fury, but just cannot. AwesomeTeam408 continuing to put kills on the board. And just unstoppable, but unstable Vortex takes a pyro. Quig might die for picking up the bomb. Dude, I can't imagine playing the game like this.
This might be the best balance I've had since I did bowling for like 6 years.
I really look. I'm
I don't know
I'm
how I
not trying
haven't
to bully.
fallen.
I very desperately want to hook your ankle and just tip you backwards. Maybe it's because I'm a sibling.
That's just like the brother mentality. It's just like, look, it would just be funny. It's like, I know I'd get in trouble with mom if I did that, but like it would be funny to do that in that kind of the moment. Yeah, I don't know how they can keep playing like this. This is tough.
Well, what's really tough right now is the absolute dominance Unstable Vortex is starting to show. And as they chase down Ronngyu, J-Mac, they set up potentially for a Fire Giant. I want to go in. I want to hear the comps of Unstable Vortex.
She's on me. I need help.
Oh, I'm coming right. I'm coming right.
the
I'm coming right.
Vegas
I'm ulting down lane. I'm
plays.
ulting down lane. I'm ulting down lane.
Does he beads? Does he really weak? Nice.
Nice.
We do fire here.
Still,
rip fire. Rip fire.
I'm
Yeah,
really
rip
low.
fire, rip
I'm
fire,
really
rip fire.
low.
We don't have Kraken. We don't have Kraken.
Dude,
but we can
I
rip fire.
one-shot it.
bomb,
I
got
one-shot
bomb.
it. He's good.
Yeah, I got
They
bomb.
have
I got
Brawl
bomb.
though.
He just spawned the Raw. I think you guys have enough DPS kill before he gets in.
No, we don't.
We don't have an
actually.
XC.
Okay, well, you guys do the support.
Let's get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Oh,
We're done, right?
Yeah, raw under, raw under.
Alright. Yeah.
We collapse on the raw, maybe?
Yeah.
Medusa's
Yeah.
chasing us.
Oh, I'm crit. I'm crit.
I have all in
I have Aegis. I can maybe.
The Rod's just back here somewhere. I'm gone.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
That guy's 1 HP.
Roll.
Oh, Agni's stun.
Dude, you owned him. I'm here with all.
Medusa's low up here. She's walking up lane.
Does she know beads?
Oh,
Not really near you.
I could one-shot that guy if I hit him. I
We're
hit
splitting,
so
guys.
hard right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Perfect. They'll probably come. They're not on fire, so.
Just keep farming, Gamma. Just keep farming.
I can kill both of these guys, right? I'm gonna go.
Alright, you want Talisman
Yeah,
next, right?
can you ult me? Can you ult me?
It's down, it's down. 20 seconds.
I can come right. I can come right. No ult for me though either.
I'm just gonna ult away, maybe.
My way.
You're good, you're good.
They're pretty low
I mean, if they
chase.
walk around, I can dash taunt.
I can look again, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, Morgan
I like
here, Morgan
this.
here.
This is hard now.
1 HP.
I'm gonna do your left speed. Actually, come.
I think I'm dead. I'm not coming near that, yeah.
I'm out of there.
Run.
I'm fine. This guy's chasing me though. I can bait him.
Okay, they're all here. They're all. Or Morgan's here as well.
I'm back in mid, so.
Ooh, kill Agni.
Oh, I'm dead.
What a dive.
Oh.
I could have maybe up down, but I didn't have any spells.
Did not play around the blink there.
They should go to fire now. We can just keep splitting.
Yeah, Dodgy was there.
I don't have ult for 45. It's hard for me to defend.
I mean, we just give it this fire.
Yeah. Might hunt like after they do the fire.
I can just push left and he comes tries to go like Dodgy if he tries to come in. Dodgy's right here.
Yeah, I'm running.
Okay. You might
If
be
he
like a
threes to me,
beacon.
you might ult me. He's gonna try to stop me at beacon.
Yeah, they're here. I can ult you.
Yeah, help me.
Well, there are some simple, clean comms and maybe even more kills. So this time it's looking like it might be PBM.
Oh, yeah, 2.
J-Mac, I'm going to be honest. I'm looking a little half blind here because I have to peek out of the bottom of my glasses.
Yeah, that's why I moved like a little closer to the TV. That way I didn't have to look
I'm also
like
tempted
as far
Fate.
down.
I can feel the chair. It wants to tip over.
Did you tip it all the way back?
Yeah, I'm as back as you can get.
Yeah, this is the fully reclined mode of the Maxonomic chairs, and this is why we love Maxonomic.
Are we even sponsored by them? Hold on, stop.
I don't know if we are.
Well, yeah, okay, so then stop. Give us like.
Yo, if you didn't get one,
you want to sponsor us again?
Look, if you didn't get one, you missed out. That's all I'm saying. Because you can get some lean.
Oh my God!
Look, I get what Neil's on about. This is. My legs might not be super comfy.
I'm having the opposite effect. I don't get it. Why is he doing this to himself? This is like this is awful.
This is secretly a good workout for my legs, keeping them like pushed up like this. Like I feel like I'm like.
I take one. I don't even know if I can sit up properly. I think the chair will tip back. I have to be careful with like my arms. I talk too much.
Yeah, you gotta be real careful how you move. Like I wonder. Okay, this is tempting. All right, there we go. Now we're leaned back.
If I do that, my arms are pretty thick. I think I will fall backwards. And so I have to try. Oh my God, no, I can feel it. Never mind. I don't want to do it anymore.
You're stuck there. Sorry, Gore, you live in that chair in that spot now.
We're doing it. We're doing it. No.
Got this? Nope.
We're not doing it. Okay. Nope, never mind. We're staying here forever.
Need some assistance?
I can do this.
Yeah, I believe in you, Gore.
Wait,
you got this.
Am I trying to sit up or am I doing my arms behind my head?
Wait, I don't know. I didn't know which one I thought you were trying to sit up for a second.
No.
Oh,
I was trying to put my arms behind my head.
Oh,
it almost
okay. I can't help in that regard then.
Wait, is it workers' comp if I do it for a bit?
Hold on, is Cindy Man here for us to ask that kind of question?
No,
I mean,
he's
Aaron's
not.
here.
Wait, watch this though. The backs come up.
The backs do go up.
See, and look, this is the versatility. And now I'm sitting like a normal human.
Are you in an office chair locked back kind of person, or are you to where you can have still the rock with it?
At home it's locked. Here I always rock with it.
I don't know how it's possible. I can't think of a time where I officially like anytime we sit down in these chairs. If there was somebody before me who locked
you over
it,
so bad. I'm so sorry.
I don't know why. The determination in your eyes to really want to do it.
Well, when you were like right here, I was like, I can just like reach out with my legs, just like
give a little kick. Now I'm a little further. You can still. I mean, it's not that hard for you to still do that. It's not like I can just like immediately
there's not
jump
really
up.
a lot you could do. You just fall backwards, but I'd feel really bad about it.
But it would be really funny. And look, that's the rule. First, you gotta crack in anybody who walks up to you. But the rule is, as long as they say they're okay, you're free to laugh. I had a teacher. I took choir in 6th grade, by the way. You can tell that my singing has not.
Game 3 has been life stories with J-Mac and Gore.
I had a teacher. My choir teacher in 6th grade said, if I ever fall over, because he was a bit older, as long as I get up, you're feel free to laugh. But if I don't, you better go to the next door over and start calling for help. Just like Hurriwind needs a lot of help right now.
Calling for it right now while he can. Also, hey chat.
How's it going?
Where are we at here? As we get aggressive, 33-18, AwesomeTeam408. J-Mac, are you going to stay reclined as long as Neil is?
If Neil stays reclined, I'm staying reclined. Now, I think whenever like we need to stand up because like the end of the game is like coming through. I might
No,
need
you can
to
just stay laying
just
down
stay like
there.
here. Just okay. I can just do
Especially
that.
like right now.
Oh wait,
we
but
can just stay.
I gotta go to the desk at some point.
Who
What
cares?
if we like wide out the 2?
You know what? We'll give you the opportunity. You can think about it, make your decision, because what we're going to do is listen to the decision making. Are they going for the end? Are they not? What is Awesome Team 408 about to do?
Do you guys think we would have like done better if we picked this shit against other teams?
Probably just me jungle. Was
I just needed to play.
I think.
What's your point, Mike? What's your point? What do you mean? What do you? Hey, explain that one. Explain that one. What do you mean?
I think we would have won if I played this in. Or my Ross.
Oh, I'm on Rav. I'm on Rav.
Stinky Ravana roll.
Stinky.
I mean, we cannot base this
Yo,
match
back.
because we're against Horus.
No.
Maybe the wooden frog's just the weak point as well.
Yeah.
You're
He
really gonna
was
say
bumping,
that,
though.
man. Preds is sick, and you're just gonna.
He
kick
just
him
started the
while
job. I'm gonna make it my vendetta just to be angry at that guy.
Oh,
That is
yo, game
fun.
3, if I didn't troll, that would be the freest game ever.
I'm glad someone said it. I'm just fucking with
If
you.
I didn't die in game 1 for first place.
You know the
as
thing
well.
is, Jake, I'm just glad we all had fun.
Yeah.
That's
I would liked to have fun and be $2,000 richer. though.
Yeah. Okay, I do agree with that. But if we didn't get the 2K, I'll take the fun plus double penta.
You know how much fun you can have with
True.
2K?
Yeah.
Probably a
much?
lot. Upgrades and blow.
What?
What's up? Sorry about that.
If I sat like this though, I'm pretty sure we
Sorry,
actually
that
won
was
the
Neil's
whole
sister
event.
talking again.
Dude, don't speak for my sister.
Nice Pridwin proc. That was fucking sick.
How you doing?
It's like when you get on RTO and you just keep popping it.
Yeah.
They're gonna split.
We got persistent, so I can deal with it.
Oh,
And I've got
silly
Gemma focus on
Gamma.
so fast.
I'm
man.
instantly.
I don't have link though.
The side on the side.
Yeah, I see it. I don't have the mana for this.
3. I'll stop this.
That's Vegas.
Beats 2.
Yeah. I'm still with you.
I'll still 1.
Merc, I'll crack.
I'll pop heal keys.
I'm coming. I'll be able to see.
Big.
3 on running.
The ward
Can you
died.
catch me? Can you
have
catch
a
me?
ward?
Word to me?
No one has a ward.
Merc 1 HP. Nice. Bravo.
Oh,
Bravo.
I didn't even get to play then.
Rob 2's down. Nice.
I literally didn't even get to play the last fight because the ward died.
Unlucky.
Let's go. I got my gem online though.
Oh, wait. It was Mike for 5 again. Oh. Number 3,000 on the career. Fucking
That's
idiot.
what I'm saying. That was me last game.
I probably have a lot of Mike for 5.
Blinking.
nice.
Too many. That was a sick fucking blink. Nice snipe, Neil. Good.
Yes!
Last play. Let's go.
Fist bump, fist bump, fist bump.
Yep,
boom.
yep. Wrap it up.
Boom.
Right, Chipotle time.
Is that your championship ring? Oh, it's the ring.
I was literally about to. Seriously? Oh well.
I'm actually getting really angry that you're on this team.
I just keep messaging Tyler.
What you really get to hear there, J-Mac, is what the teams think about, where they're at. There was a little bit of like demoralization, a few seconds, not even before the end, talking about how it's, well, I wish we would have, I wish I could have won the 2K. It would have been nice to have been in tomorrow's finals.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is 10K for first place. That feels pretty good when you split it across all 5 of you. But that was then betrayed by how excited they were to be not last, which is what they truly achieved at the very end.
Yeah, because we got to remember that even though these supports are battling here in the roll versus roll for fun, they were the first roll knocked out of the tournament, which means that they were battling for best of the worst. And so knowing that you are for sure not the worst 5 players of a roll in the SPL, or just the worst 5 players, I guess you could put in this case, that's the real moral victory here at the end of the day. Not that you won, not that you won the
And you
grand
made the
finals,
other
that
guys
you were
look
the
worse.
best. It's that you made them look worse. And I think the conversation I kind of tied into in the air is, what if we just played like this the whole event? We probably would have just done better. And specifically NeilMah and why I live by his words. If you'd just been like this the whole time, they would have been so much better.
Every single time you extend your legs straight, dude, I just want
I know. I can see the bloodlust in your eyes.
Why? I don't even want to hurt you. I don't know what it is. What is this like? It's a weird.
It's just the brother mentality.
It must be. I'm both a little brother and an older brother, which means that I would have either had it done to me or done that to my little sister. But if I did, I would have gotten big trouble because she was a baby, so you can't do that. Yeah, you do got to go over there.
No.
Luckily, while he does that, I think Inbound's sitting over at the desk, and so he can tell us some stuff about what he's thinking.
Yeah, hopefully so.
Hello. As a younger brother and a big brother, I understand, so it makes a lot of sense. And yeah, you know what they say. I think it's something along the lines of, if you're last, you're not second place, so you don't want to be last, so second out or something like that. The Ricky Bobby thing, if you're not but it's like the opposite of it. If you're not first, you're last, but the opposite, you know?
Yeah, well, if you can't be first, you just don't want to be last.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, since they couldn't win the whole thing, at least they didn't lose the whole thing.
Exactly. Like,
because, see, there are teams that got to come out here and, you know, they, what was it, like day one we already had teams that got eliminated, and they were at least able to come back and, you know, maybe find a win, at least over this one. For the supports, they got knocked out day number one. They didn't get a chance to fight anybody but, you know, their first day opponents. So for one of the support teams to be able to find a win here is the best. And it shows that even though the supports may be the worst, at least one of them is worse than the other.
Well, I mean,
I guess worse in this, maybe the worst players. Maybe not the worst.
Even then, let's think about this.
Okay.
Supports are just not Mickey players. Like, they really put it all forward. They don't really play those Mickey characters like the other roles do.
Right.
So I think we have to respect them actually a little bit, and maybe in return we actually praise them as one of the better roles in the entire tournament for just not playing these Mickey characters.
They're the players that have the most self-respect. You know, they're
exactly.
If something is super busted and just, or maybe not even that, just something that's like super criminally easy and also really good to play, Sports gonna go, now we need to express ourselves a little bit more.
Yes.
We're not gonna stoop down to the rest of these roles level.
Supports play hard gods like Sobek,
Ares,
Sobek. Just a bunch of hard characters like that. You got to respect them.
Really difficult. Sobek probably one of the hardest gods in the game. Like, you have a lot of decision making that has to go in. It says, do I want to pluck this guy? Do I want to pluck that guy? Do I have my pluck? Yes. Should I get a blink maybe to live? Oh, I missed my pluck. What do I do now? Probably die. But
oh no.
There's too many decisions you have to make as a Sobek player.
Yeah. You got to respect Sobek players.
Got to put a lot of respect on a Sobek player's name. Because when they do hit that pluck, and that's always maybe the disrespect that also gets thrown to a Sobek. They go in there and they miss that one pluck. You're on them. You're like, man, you missed the pluck. It's all over. Nobody really praises the good pluck that comes through. The one that pulls a carry out of position. You get their beads are already down. You get the follow-up kill. They're all praising the mid laner who killed it because they got set up for the support.
And is that not the story of Neil's entire career? Not as much praise as the other roles that he gets, but Neil, on the other hand, deserves a lot more praise. What a great player Neil was.
Look, I'll just say this. I got to give credit to NeilMah in this game. He never gave up. No matter how many times Quig came to his lane, the solo lane, by the way, supposed to be 1v1, no matter how many times that Quig went over there, NeilMah didn't give up. And he landed a couple of really big snipes in that game. And he made sure that throughout that game, he never gave up the lean the entire time in that Maxonomic chair. And we're not going to let him give it up just now. We've got Neil and Goremizer standing by for the post-game interview.
Should have said sitting by, because that's what we're doing. We're relaxed. Fully, yeah, you can hear J-Mac in the back. Messed up. Neil, first, I'm having trouble deciding where to look. Do I look at you? I'm like, there's a lot of lights. I don't know if we thought this
close your eyes. You can relax.
Yeah, just chill. So you're not last. That was what the team was exclaiming at the end. How's that feel?
I mean, I was just out there having fun, doing my thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, we watched.
Yeah, we were just having a great time. That's what's most important.
Now you were playing like this for majority of the game, and by majority I mean the whole time.
Oh yeah.
And so tell me the like, I guess like the ergonomics of that. Like, how's it feel on the back, the spine, the legs?
I mean, I was doing good, but the main reason why is I just decided to tuck myself in because I knew Jungler was going to come over, so he couldn't put me to bed if I was already leaning back, you know?
Good point.
Just kept the mental in the game, kept calm and relaxed under pressure, and just smooth sailing, you know? Just made it easy for me.
What percentage of monitor could you actually see from this angle?
On my beautiful Alienware, I mean, I tilted it down. It was just, it was like the same. It was wonderful. 240 hertz. Just couldn't miss on that kind of resolution.
You just got the full experience, and you got to be relaxed.
Yeah.
So would you say that out of all of the supports, you were the true winner because all those other guys, even though the 4 that were on your team won with you, you got to chill?
I mean, I feel like I'm the winner here, but not because I was chilling. Just because I got to sit in a room with 4 wonderful guys. They're just amazing people, you know. I wish I could be like all of them. And every time I hang out with them, a little bit of them just rubs off on me. So, you know, maybe one day.
Now, I know, you know, for you coming back to your role, this is like the first, like, I guess, foray, quote unquote, back into to pro play.
Mm-hmm.
Did you learn anything from the guys who had stuck through the beginning of season 10 that you didn't get as a perspective as a coach?
Yeah. I mean, it's always interesting when you play or are around a different team, right? So even though I wasn't playing, I was coaching, got to see different perspectives and what other people on the Ravens especially found important. And I think it just opened my eyes a little bit different perspective of the game. But most importantly now, I mean, I'm basically a coach. You know, I just came back. I'm a coach. If you lose to me, I just got to make fun of you on the timeline.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
so
gonna be
like
a great split.
Actually, literally, you just can't lose.
I'm gonna be doing this like
Yeah.
for the whole split. I'm gonna be trying, of course. I'm gonna be popping off, but
you're gonna be playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Angled up T-Rex arms.
Yeah, I think I did pretty well today like this. So why stop a good thing?
Yeah. Do you think you hit more or less raw ults because you were this angle?
I mean, I don't think it matters, honestly. I just, I close my eyes like Star Wars, like the Force, like.
And just let it guide.
Just let it go.
That explains why you
Just
were
let it
just
rip.
so phenomenal in that game. At this point, I'm ready to wrap up, but I do want to ask one more, which is just very simply, Game 2, lots of kills for your team. Jake gets 2 pentas, and we listened to the comms for the second one where everybody's a little excited about it, but like, how is everyone feeling knowing that like Jake got 2 pentas? Like, do you feel jealous because he got it, or do you feel happy
no way.
because he got it?
I literally said, like, the only way you're getting 2 pentas in a game is on a team full of supports. Like, someone's KSing that, like, somewhere along the line. There's just no way. And he's our team
and he
captain,
carries.
we put it on the line for him. I would die 20 times, so I got to get 2 pentas.
And you know what? You didn't even have to, I don't think.
Yeah.
I'd have to go look at the stats again to remind myself. But thanks, man, for hanging out.
Yeah,
Let's
of
see if
course,
we can... There we go. Perfect angle. We're going to keep relaxing. We'll throw it back to the desk to wrap this up.
Yeah, while they relax, you at the fans at home can also relax. And, well, Bobby, we're very close to relaxing ourselves because that's all that we have for gameplay today. But we still have more stuff to go tomorrow. We have one final role versus role matchup. We can take a look at the schedule to see everything that you've missed over the course of these 3 days and what you can still expect for tomorrow. We had all of our roles except for the mids today go head-to-head up against each other. We'll have mid versus mid opening the day at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. And then our grand finals will be Revenge Tour from Captain Oath up against the NBK's Captain Vote. For those squads, we'll have a carry versus jungle grand final. Now, remember, the last time we had a Roll Stars, it was solo all day of the week. Now we don't have any solo lane teams here in these grand finals. We can see which new role is going to be the, I guess, king of the battleground. You have maybe any expectations for that set going into tomorrow inbound?
I mean, honestly, it's just a lose-lose. Either you're going to have junglers winning, which is never a win for anyone else if junglers are winning, or you have an ADC role winning, which is still also not a win for anyone else. As bad as the solo laners were, like, they're off in their own little world over there. It doesn't really bother anyone else. The other two just ruin your game, so.
Which propaganda do you think is worse? The carries losing and saying we need to now buff hunters, or the junglers losing and say that the jungle needs to be buffed up? Which one do you think is worse?
It's got to be junglers. Because they would just be blatantly lying.
They would be. Jungler's just so good right now.
So OP.
Now we get to see, is it the junglers of the league or is it the hunters of the league who will be the best? Which of the two mid lane teams is going to come out on top? All of that and more tomorrow. Make sure that you tune in at 11 a.m. on behalf of myself, Inbound, all the casters, everyone behind the scenes. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for the final day of Roll Stars.